The bad guy from Karate Kid just joined us. What's up? What's up, Johnny? How you doing?
Trash to Cash podcast, episode 200, 159. That's it, not 200. How's it going, Kevin? Me and
7,000.
Carrie have been here for hours waiting for you. You're
We've
so
been waiting,
late.
man.
It's
Where have
ridiculous,
you been?
but we're glad you're
9:30.
finally here.
It's 9:30.
You're
9:31.
930. You're 930 years
now.
old, Methuselah. Boom.
Methuselah
I'm on
reference.
fire.
Bam.
I just
go,
wanted
getting
you
biblical.
guys to have time to get together.
Dude, we did. Kevin, oh my gosh. I wonder, I highly doubt. Ooh, a little beep beep. I heard a little beep
set
beep
that up
there.
actually.
Oh, was that was like
nice.
staged, Carrie?
That
Is
was
that
a
what that
state.
was?
No, we sold a handcrafted France red ceramic mixing. I have no idea what that is.
I don't
Something
either.
Dawn's.
I'm sure the only thing. Ooh, voice crack. The only thing I'm confident of is that Dawn found it.
Oh yeah, it's an
that's all I
Emile.
can be confident of.
I'm sure this is French. Emile Henry. Emile Henry ceramic.
Oh, Emile Henry. Oh, okay.
Henry?
Henry. Yeah,
Emile
Henry.
Henry.
All right, what would happen if I tried to just upload this video? Because it's so good, I want Kevin to see it right now. Let me try something.
Just do it. Just do it.
Upload
What's
the
worst
video.
that could happen?
Yeah, on here, like there's an upload video button. What will happen if I click it?
Just do it. See what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
How
We
many
ruin the
puppies will
podcast?
feel the wrath of Kevin if it goes wrong?
Yeah,
though?
if Kevin gets.
That's always
gets
a
ra-
concern. If he gets upset,
That's only if he doesn't
ragey.
have enough zone or zen. I think he's cheaping out and he's just doing zone now.
Is that what his zone is like? The cheaper Zen?
Zone
that
is
what that
like zone's like zen if you
Now
really
let me-
don't care anymore.
Okay. So
Well,
you've
there's
given
only
up on life.
15 pouches in the Zen, and there's 20 in his zone.
Oh, is
Oh,
Zone a
wow.
real thing then?
Yeah, zone's a real thing.
Okay.
Then there's
Zone's
this
a
other
real thing.
fake thing. There's this other thing. It's called. It looks like zone, but it's really a 2 and an ONE 2-1. I thought it was zone, but it has 21 pouches in it.
Do you know how there's like a
Okay.
5-hour energy, but there's also an 8-hour energy, and you know the 8-hour energy is probably using a little bit of illegal drugs. That's what I feel
Yeah,
like zone
it's
is.
got a little
They're
bit
adding
of
some
that.
stuff that they're not legally supposed to, allegedly. I don't want Big Zone to come after me, but
Big Zone, yeah. So I was laughing, Kevin, because Carrie sent
Mhm.
me the Paul's merch motivation.
I saw
The
he
Paul's merch
sent some, but it was
motivations, they're
deleted.
my favorite motivations. They
Yeah.
are,
they're
my
getting.
favorite
I
motivations.
hope that I saw Emily
Paul, never
Romulus.
unsubscribe, please.
I think we'll just commit to doing them for free if he does, because I think it's its own little world. It's becoming Dune. for
You know
me.
what's funny? Every now and then, like as I'm just driving along from maybe a theme park or some other place I'm visiting, I'm generally thinking about canceling that tier because Carrie's so bad at getting it done. But then he surprises me. Like today,
didn't
just
surprise
sends them
you.
to me.
Mhm.
Well, you know, I did pull some levers. I had Kevin reach out to him to get him to do it. But hey,
That's
you know
how he
what?
does
It worked.
because you know, like I'm scared of Kevin, so I
This
have to
is
do
what
it.
used to happen when I was a teacher. The students who couldn't get their kids to behave would sometimes they'd call me in during the class.
How many of
They're
your
like,
students had kids?
"Come in
How many of
here."
your students had
They're
kids?
just
that were
all
in class with
pregnant
them?
in Bedford. They're
Wait,
all
The
pregnant.
teacher, did I say that?
You said
Yeah.
the students couldn't get their
Teachers.
kids to behave.
Oh, that's
You let them
funny.
to
There
come
was
into the
a-
classroom,
The
huh?
teachers who couldn't get their kids to behave.
Oh,
They wanted
okay.
me like in their classroom. Sometimes it was getting so.
Can
I'm
I-
like, this is ridiculous.
Can I
So
read
that's
a
what Dave
comment?
did.
I never get to do a comment, and this comment is very anti-Dave, and I want to see how Dave handles this. This is from last week.
I've got
It
like
says,
a Slim Jim stuck in my
John
tooth.
D
I'm gonna work on that.
4371 rolls
Oh, he's
right
a
off the
butt.
tongue.
He's a butt. He writes negative comments all
Yeah,
the time.
you
Oh,
wanted
I
to
thought
see
you
what he
didn't
said?
read the comments, Dave. I don't know. who that
He
is.
writes it on my theme park channel. I read those.
Oh, dude, he's on. Dude, that's too far, man. If you don't like his channel, stop watching him.
he
Oh, look,
watches everything I put out. And he
that's
hates me.
odd. Parentheses,
That's awesome.
not really. LOL and a LOL emoji. He doubled up the emojis, which is
Double
odd to me
LOL. So he's
personally.
really laughing.
That at ADH Dave made fun of myself, which I don't recall you doing, and others when he reminded the ADH guy that he originally said he stopped sourcing because it was too hot. This was when he released 2 videos of camping and going to amusement parks. So rule number 1, if it gets hot because and nobody's having a garage sale, you also are not allowed to do anything else in your life, Dave.
Well,
You have to stop doing everything.
to be fair, I did not release any camping videos. I don't know whose channel he's watching. That might be some other.
No, but you
person.
did go camping, so.
I went camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that, but I didn't
But,
release
but
videos
where did
while I
you
was
go
up in New
camping
York.
is also totally
Yeah,
different.
you might have went
Upstate
somewhere
New York,
where
it was
cool.
70
Yeah,
degrees.
where it was cool.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
he's
basically
leaving
in
out important
Canada.
parts of this story, and then you barked back, by the way, which was not very cool of you.
Really?
I did, or
no,
Kevin did.
Tina
No,
did.
you did. It says, and you barked back. John saying you barked back. No, it's because I have too much inventory on hand. But now you're out of anything listable. Now, once again, it's because it's too hot in Florida. Answer, John.
It
What
is
do you
too
have
hot
to
in
say to
Florida.
John?
I actually I lost the thread. It might have been your poor orating, or it was a poorly written question.
No, yeah, it was all over the place.
There
I think
needs
he's
to be a
upset at you
Dave
generally.
press conference. Dave needs
Yeah.
to take questions from the media.
Yeah.
You
No,
need to
I think
answer.
people are taking all the content we do way too serious. Like, way
I
too
don't know.
serious.
Dude,
if you make a comment like that, you're
Especially
taking it
Dave.
too serious.
It's the funniest thing. And did we talk about this, Kevin? Stop me if we did. But someone
Yes.
commented on my video and said that the reason I'm struggling with your storage system is because for people like Kevin, instead of saying, "Oh, where did I put that?" Little floaty key thing.
Mhm.
Kevin says, "Oh, a floaty key. I would always put that in X location."
Yeah, he keys
Me, I'm always like, where would I have put it? Because that will change on a daily basis. Like today, I will say this is a boat part. Tomorrow, I will say it's a camping part, and in 3 days, it's an electronic. And that's where I'm struggling because my brain is constantly shifting.
Yeah.
So anything I say, I want you to understand, guys. I believe it wholeheartedly at that moment. Usually, unless it's a joke. Unless it's a joke, obviously.
And
But
I've been doing
generally
this
speaking.
forever in the same method, and you're a rookie at it, right?
Yeah, generally speaking, I can totally believe that I will not source all summer, but then I may one day say, "Oh, I absolutely need a source." And I'm okay with being a person who changes.
It's all about
it doesn't
adaptation,
mean I was
which is
disingenuous
very
in the first
important
place.
in reselling. Adaptation.
I do love Carrie's little icon for moving to Florida. He's got a Dibdit auction coming up, and he's got this photo of like some dude being chased by an alligator that's like a meth addict. And I was like, that's the perfect.
It reminds. It is. You know what that is, Carrie? It's like a take. I think it is, anyways. It's a take off of Christmas Vacation. Like he's holding the gator instead of the hose where he's emptying into the sewer.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Because the crapper is full. Yeah,
I posted. It's on my video.
The pineapples are a really nice touch.
Where did you find that? Did you make it?
I Googled Florida man, and then somebody made it, and I didn't tell them that I used it. So don't tell them either.
Oh,
did you
all over the place, Gary? I've been posting it every. It's on my video tomorrow on Flipper.
Well, and I
think they're
just
okay
think
with it.
Dibdit is such a great online marketplace, way better than this Commons place. I listed something on Commons and no interest.
On Dibdit, guys.
No
interest
of
anything.
Carrie, in my Commons listing, people don't buy over there. They
You
buy
have
on
to be
Dibdit.
J-Ride. J-Ride, I hate to say this, but he sells everything he posts is like it sells. This Grams and Pops posted it sells. Carrie posted it sells.
Yeah. I've sold two.
I'm a different breed.
I posted.
Well, that's
I did
because
take
so
an
many
offer,
people, so many people who enjoy my content are like our friend John. They hate watch. They're not really in it for me. They're against me. It's like watching Dexter. Like you don't really want Dexter.
I was reading comments on Kevin's Commonwealth Flipper video. I didn't have time to watch it. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if he shouted me out. I don't think he did. But I was reading his comments. Just the sycophants. Can I say sycophants? I mean,
that's a good word.
The amount of people that were just, I love everything about you. I love the way you look, the way you spell.
If you're kind to people, they're kind back.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they're too kind though. It's almost like a cultish vibe.
Hey, it's like Louis C.K. kind.
You curate the audience that you want, right? That you need. That you. They reflect you in some way. So, just saying.
Okay,
just like say whatever they have to say.
No, just say what you say, be who you are, and then you attract an audience that. I'm sorry, I'm making noise.
I'm just kidding. It was. I don't know what you're doing. You got Taco Bell, and you want everybody to know about it.
Guys, I got it's like it's just water. I've been like waiting for water.
You just use it. Are you the guy that just keeps the cups after you go out and just uses those as your
dude? You know what he probably is. Every penny is so important to him. He's who threw away my Taco Bell cup? I've only had it for 19 washes.
Exactly.
I could have gotten 8 more pennies out.
No,
of that.
but I can be
drinking
grumpy
nothing but
old
microplastics at this point.
I can be a grumpy old man for a minute here. So Taco Bell has driven me nuts lately. Like, how hard is it to slice through a quesadilla?
Oh my gosh!
Old
man shouts at the freaking windmill. We get it, Quixote.
They do the thing. The perfect. You get enough to get it through the tortilla, but not enough to slice the cheese, and then you pull it apart, and the cheese comes apart. This is a disaster every time I eat it.
I would probably sue. Have you heard of Morgan and Morgan? Give him a ring.
Yeah, Morgan and Morgan. Williams, Bradbury, Brown, Morgan and Morgan. But there is something to be said. I feel like at Taco Bell, the training should be like, they need to put like the sour cream across the whole burrito.
Yeah.
And not just at the very end.
That's what they do. They'll put like a little dollop of meat, a little dollop of beans, a little They don't understand how they're
getting
eating.
like a different burrito every bite.
They're like, I don't know how people eat these. I'm just going to do it like this and it should work out. And everyone's just like, trying to fit the whole thing in their mouth in one bite.
I think I would freak out if it was just done like that way, the right way once. I'd be like, oh my gosh,
that'd be incredible.
What a burrito supposed to taste
That's
like?
why Kerry just gets bean, because he doesn't want to think about it. He's like,
because I feel guilty about eating at Taco Bell, so I get the worst thing on the menu.
I am so excited. This little piece of chicken or whatever that's been stuck in that tooth for like a week, it's gone. I just got it. You guys probably saw it. Rewind, guys. It's good for our attention. Rewatch me kind of working it with the tongue like a pro. Oh, it's beautiful work. Probably a little spittle got on the lens too. Speaking of me being disgusting, Carrie, did you like that video I sent to me on the train?
Yeah. Post poo incident, poo train.
Hey, Kevin, did you listen to the secret episode? Did you listen?
It's pretty good.
I started it. Okay. And I did not get to that point, and I got distracted doing something else and never came back to it.
So Tina sends me those shorts today, which are on the Patreon if you guys are over there. But,
oh gosh, these are not on Dibbed It.
No. So, okay. Well, no, not the shorts I was wearing. Those could be sold.
I understand.
I'm wearing them right now, actually. But no, it's she just randomly sends me 2 shorts she made. She's like, I think I'm gonna be a TikToker, and she sends me those. I'm like, why do you even have those videos?
Dude,
she's like, honestly, you were being suspicious on the train, so I recorded you. She said I was being suspicious, so
she was right.
She's like, he's being weird. I'm gonna record him. So she records me going to the bathroom and coming back.
Dude, you looked so weird. You looked. Like,
I was very uncomfortable. I felt like I had been through something, bro. And if you want to know what,
as you were pooping, somebody told you Santa Claus wasn't real.
If you want to, guys, if you want to hear the whole story and see the video evidence of my shame, make sure you go on a Patreon and subscribe at the $5 tier or higher.
It is my favorite Dave story ever. It's everything about Dave that's beautiful and sad and creepy and weird and wonderful all at once in one story.
Gosh, did I look fat though? My it's good.
That was my takeaway.
No, I looked huge. I still do, but I've lost like
very
6.
judgmental.
I've lost like 6 pounds since then, so that's a little bit. I got to lose a little more though. But I was, I'm huge. It is what it is.
Hey, Dave, my wife was listing today from Drafts, and
my wife,
she pulled up a comp, and she's like,
"Very nice.
This is Dave's comp." She pulled up a Dave comp.
It was something that I sold.
It was a baseball bat.
$4.
Which baseball bat?
I don't know.
Oh, like a DeMarini. I just sold a DeMarini yesterday.
Yeah,
it could be that
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. $30 or whatever.
So she said, so I got on a rabbit trail and I just looked at all of Dave's stores. She wants the brass cats.
Oh, they're cute. I just got those the other day in an estate sale. I do like those. I think I paid $3 for them.
They were free though, correct? You texted me and you said I'm keystring 2 separate brass cats. I'm not paying for these. They're not worth it.
No, that was Bratz dolls. Bratz
dolls.
Yeah.
Fully
inserted.
Better. Yes.
Fully inserted. No, guys, that was a joke. I do not.
We are going to lose subscribers on this video.
Someone's photoshopping me keystring Bratz dolls.
We've already lost those people. The people who are upset about keystring jokes, really? They're still here hoping we stop talking about it. It's not going to happen.
No. And I will say we should thank Carrie before we go off on all these tangents because we're tempted to.
Good idea.
We have to thank the Wealthy as a Kevin tier members of our Patreon.
They're the best.
And again, if you did the Motivated by Carrie American Arbitrage at the end of this episode, you should have one unless Carrie lets you down. Carrie, I'll hold up my finger for the ones you were supposed to motivate.
I may have missed one or two.
I'm doing it right now. When I hold up my finger, they were supposed to get motivated. I haven't watched your videos
I'll let
yet.
you know if I got it.
Gem Flipper.
Forgot.
So do that one. The first one he failed. Gem.
Well, look,
does this mean
I'll do one tonight?
I think you should go to Tiffany's.
Can I do it tonight
and
after
show
this?
a bunch of of course. Go to Tiffany's tonight after this.
I'll send it to you tonight.
Go over to Tiffany's and record a bunch of gems and then steal the gems.
I got a gem, right?
Gem Flipper.
Right?
Yeah, you do.
You see the gem right there? Right there.
Gem is his nickname for his hemorrhoid.
Gem, no. I keep it on the shelf.
He calls it Gem and the hologram. All the little ones are the holograms.
It's a 127 font.
Oh, you found
So Gem
you
Flipper's
found
on 0 for 1.
hemorrhoids at the
Continue.
127? I'm sorry, I'm too hyper.
Does this mean
Who
that
ate
we
my
can
chips?
end this podcast early tonight and I can go
No.
watch something with my
You don't
family?
have
Actually, no.
anything to do.
But Carrie's gonna have all these motivation. We can cut it off.
That's a really
at
good idea. We could stop at
1:15.
2
All
hours.
right.
Yeah.
No, gosh.
Buffing the stuff. Who ate my
Oh.
trips? Craig McLaughlin, Biggs
Correct.
Collectibles, Alexandria
Biggs
Picker.
has one. I did one for Biggs. Does
Biggs-
he have one?
Well, no, but
Does he
he
get a
probably,
free one?
I'm
So
sure you
can
owe
I just
him one.
dub my?
No.
Can I dub
No,
Jim's
because
name
I'm
over?
sure you owe him one because you're always missing months, so he gets
That's
it.
true.
Let it
Okay,
stand.
we're gonna give Biggs one.
Alexandria Pickers, Jake Ryder. Jake Ryder,
got
which
one.
you said you have a
Jake-
hard time
Jake-
doing one for Jake because they always end up mean because you like making fun of him, which
Number
is
3
fair.
seller.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, CJ Benz Finds, the Skipper Flipper, Lady Arbitrage. No, oh wait,
Yeah.
Lady Arbitrage.
Yeah, I got
Mhm.
that. Got that.
No Nose Pickers.
You should have
Brian
skipped that one.
Sedpour Beal. Harry Tornado.
Yeah,
know
I
you
got
did that
Harry.
one.
Got the Tomato Man.
Superhero Headquarters, Mike Camparelli, Vintage
Yep.
Sports Flips, paulsmerch.com, ABC
course.
Matt, Race Heck Resell, and Logan Murphy.
So I
it
just
sounds
missed
like you
Jim.
just missed Gem
And I
Flipper,
did
yeah.
like 2 extras, I think, but that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do one for Josh. Did you do one for Josh? You said.
He did. Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. He's in a golf tournament right now, so
Yeah,
he
I
makes
don't know how
golf
to do it.
related.
Okay.
There's
yeah.
a cameo from Rockstar Flipper.
You know,
in
I
it,
just
so
really
you
think
should
it's
enjoy it.
pathetic
No.
when reselling YouTubers make channels that are out of the niche. You know,
Yeah,
they
it's
should
weird.
just stay within
It's
the
weird.
niche and not make any other channels.
Yes.
Or any
Weird,
other
because
really
like if people
weirdly
wanted to
focused
watch
channels
you
on
outside of the
keto
niche,
theme parking.
they would already be watching you. You know what I mean? Why make a channel about it? Am I right?
Well, yeah,
I'm
no,
all
that's
for
a good
people
point.
outside the niche watching us. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, it's true. Guys, we're on track. I would say if nothing changes, Cooking with Dave will be my biggest channel by the end of the year. By the end of the year,
Whoa.
it should be, which is kind of crazy. I'm pretty excited about it. Unfortunately, I have a big problem. The only thing that works on that channel is cottage cheese-based keto recipes. Like, not even normal keto. It's got to be cottage cheese-based
You
keto.
are the
I
cottage,
cannot be the
cheese
cottage cheese
keto
guy.
king, and you need to sit on your throne of cottage cheese.
Like,
Accept
is
it.
YouTube? Is this the trick to YouTube, guys? It's got to be so hyper niche that
Dude.
like we're just under niching. We need a niche further. Like Kevin, you need to dig into the nursing home thing. Like,
Yeah, you
you
just
know.
gotta be like all the way in, dude.
Nothing but granny squares, right there.
and
Nothing
Carrie,
but.
like
Exactly.
sports cards, you
Hey,
should only
I've-
do basketball. Just
I've
pick
talked about
one
Dude,
sport.
there's something to that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the video that came out yesterday, that's coming out tomorrow, but yesterday when you hear this, is about that very thing. If you want to succeed in reselling and use social media to push your reselling, if the smaller
trying
you
to
get,
Are you promoting your
effective
own
it
channel?
will be. No.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, but even in the reselling of items, right? Is that what you mean? Like your
No,
niche of selling?
I
Or
mean,
you're talking
if
about
you-
content?
if you want to influence a particular part of reselling, if you niche it down in social media, it will be easier.
Like the Cabbage
like-
Patch Kids.
Yeah, like Tupperware, like whatever. It doesn't matter. Granny squares. I got some guys doing a channel on nothing
Well,
but
and
granny
Granny Squares would work for you.
Creepy
as
creepy
the
banjo
granny
music.
guy.
Like,
Yeah, well, so Tina could do a makeup one. She wouldn't want to, but I will say, like, her niching down to makeup, she'll be like, Dave, I got 7 orders. I got to go ship. She's back in the house in 4 minutes. It is
Yeah.
insane. It's like
Yeah.
sports cards, Carrie.
Uh-huh.
Selling little pallets of makeup.
Yeah.
It's like 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
There
crazy.
is some method to the madness. Like if you're not shipping like constant, like like Christmas story leg lamps, you're gonna ship a lot quicker.
No, and I had to ship 39 today, including blow molds, AV units, lamps.
39. You had a
39
good
orders
week.
today. I didn't do many videos or flipper videos, so it was
Wow.
39. It was
Man, you got me beat for the weekend. I'm mad
That
again. I only
wasn't
got
just the
30.
Kevin. That wasn't just the weekend. That was like
Okay, good.
Wednesday,
I feel
Thursday,
better.
Friday, Saturday.
Okay,
I have not
all
been
right.
doing anything. I've been slacking because I have
Okay.
my 3-day handling. But my point is, I was out here for 2.5 hours with my orders, which is
Yeah.
a lot longer.
My wife
than-
comes in and
per time.
ships the easy stuff, and she might ship like 14, 15 things, and I've got 5, and my 5 take 3 times as long.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
the
I've
hard
gotten
ones take a
really,
long
really
time.
fast at AV receivers. I will say that. And
Your customers have
Put them in a
noticed.
dude, listen,
put them in a garbage bag. Let them
There
go.
is-
See what
there
happens.
is a specific channel out there now where someone's packing orders all the time,
Mhm.
and it's just
Yeah, it's
and
called
so
Ship
meticulous.
Daddy. I
So
like that
meticulous. Like, it's crazy how well that stuff gets shipped,
Mhm.
and that I don't have worse feedback because I like doing
It's almost like
3% of the effort
It's
that
almost
this
like
person
all
is
that
doing
extra
when it comes to
stuff.
shipping.
all that extra work is pointless and doesn't matter.
Dude,
Well,
it's
that's-
You just
Tim,
gotta
man.
get it
Tim,
there.
we watch Tim, and it's like, what in the world are we
It
doing
takes him
here?
It doesn't
hours and
matter.
hours, yeah.
It doesn't matter what's cushioning the AV unit. It could be books, it could be toilet paper. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it
Be
arrives
underwear?
safely. That's your own. It could be underwear. It could be
Like,
underwear.
even
It
when
could,
I
because that's
think I've
soft.
shipped something good,
Sometimes
I mean, I will
moist.
say I did have a situation this week where something arrived bent. It was a piece of art, like Disney art, and they said it arrived bent. And I thought I did a really good job shipping it, but I guess I didn't. And then they went and tried to get it fixed and broke it all the way. And now they're sending it back for a refund completely unsalvageable. And I'm just like, well, what can I do here? Because it arrived slightly bent, and then they totally destroyed it. Can I, like, do a restocking fee, or am I kind of screwed?
Well, they wouldn't have had to go and repair it and destroy it if it hadn't arrived bent.
So it's on
Yes.
me.
I
It
would
is.
say
Okay,
so.
so here's my
Your
conundrum.
fault.
Let me tell you, this is like I gotta be open about this, guys. As you know, I went and I bought a Ninja slushie. We've talked about that, right?
You were
How
very
I wanted to
excited
make
about that,
videos
and
about the
that
Ninja
video
slushies.
is bombing, correct?
Bombing
Did you write
heavily.
it off for the cooking
Bombing.
channel?
Well, yeah, that was the plan, was to write it off for the cooking channel. But I paid double retail too, Kevin, because it's like limited. It's out of stock. So I bought it on eBay double retail. The problem is it wasn't the right unit. I bought the wrong thing. I bought this like Walmart exclusive pared down kind of crappy one, not realizing what I was doing because it looked exactly the same. And you know, some would say that the seller knew what he was doing, kind of being disingenuous with this thing because he had it in the brown box. He didn't show a picture that it was a different color, that had different presets, but it did say in the title, and I didn't realize this right away, it said in the title 3 presets, which I didn't know what that meant because I didn't own one yet.
Dude,
But
here's the
apparently there's
thing,
a
though. If
5
you're
preset and a
unhappy
3
with it, you
preset.
can return it. It doesn't matter if it's
Well,
your
this
fault
is-
or their fault.
But this is my moral dilemma. I feel guilt if I was going
Why?
to return it because the
Why?
market's dropped.
don't want
I
it.
paid $650. It's only
You
worth
could
like
back out
$400
at
now.
any point, and it doesn't matter. No matter what people say, you can back out. You can. 100%, it's
coins or
fine.
whatever.
I'd return it if he
Doesn't
has free
matter.
returns. If he has free returns, you have no
He has-
guilt whatsoever.
He has no returns.
oh,
no
well,
Doesn't
then,
matter.
then you
There's no
can't.
such thing as
then
no
you
He
shouldn't.
returns.
agreed to the return though.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
Well, look
yeah,
at you.
I messaged him and I said, now this kind of went in stages. I get the thing and I'm like, this thing must be a knockoff. I don't see a 3 preset version anywhere. I checked Ninja's website, all these things. It's
So
not
you
anywhere.
could do it as an INAT, and it wouldn't matter.
That's originally what I had done. I did a return because and I even called Ninja. And the lady on the phone, who was not in America, and I don't think she knew that much about the company.
Was she a ninja?
Mate, she might have been Ninja. But she even was like, there's no version with only 3 buttons. Right? So she didn't even know this thing existed. Apparently it was like an exclusive to Walmart, the guy ends up telling me. And so I write him back, and here's the topper, you know, the little cherry on top is I tell him, I say, hey, this must be a knockoff. It's not got all the presets. You know, I want to send it back. He writes back, it's not. Look at the listing. I click the listing, and the listing is gone because of a policy violation.
Oh.
So, like,
wow.
it's really bad for the
Oh,
seller.
well, wait a
right?
minute. Was the policy violation because of you? So that was your first
No,
message
before
to
I
him?
even did the return. Before I
Dude,
even did
just
the return, it
return
said
it.
policy
Just return it.
violation.
Just
But
return it.
but he writes back and said the policy violation is because he was using images he wasn't supposed to. But
Hmm.
then, you know, he's like telling me that it's a Walmart exclusive one, and you know, I did end up finding it on Walmart. It's supposed to be 200 instead of like 3 or 350 that the real one is. And so, but he already he approved the return, but now I feel guilty because if I send it back, he can only get like 350 to 400 for it, as opposed to the 650 I paid, and I used it because I didn't realize, like I was filling it up and using
He'll
it.
find another sucker out there.
Okay, so you as eBay sellers don't think it's evil to send it back, so maybe I will just send it
I
back.
think there'll be a few people down below that disagree, but I think most people would say send it back.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I get that kind of stuff all the time. Just I didn't like it. It's not what I wanted.
Take it back to TJ Maxx. See if he'll take it.
Why would they take it? Is that a thing? Can you take stuff to
It's
TJ
a
Maxx?
hairy tornado
Kevin's
reference.
gone from you know, what's it called, Taco Bell clear stuff to just a bottle of urine that he's drinking now, or a cup of urine. What's going on here?
Apple juice.
Apple juice, Carrie.
I'm back.
It's apple juice
I'm back.
with a
As
hint
you
of
were worried.
lime and Jose Cuervo. Oh, we're just talking about Kevin's drinking problem. Sorry.
Yeah, Kevin. I mean, if we were to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, like how bad is the problem,
Dude,
Kevin? Would you say
it's
like
bad. It's a
I'd say
10.
like an
But
8 or
speaking of
9?
10s, you have the basketball card at auction. It's
Yes,
grade 10.
let's talk about it.
And what's
Yeah.
the auction at? How
I
much
got
money
carry topics
has
today
been bid
I
on
wanna
it?
talk about.
Yeah, it's at $10,500. $10,500.
so
I didn't
much
even know
money.
numbers went that high.
You can finally get your Prince Albert piercing. I'm
No,
so
dude.
happy for
I
you.
can get it. I can get it. I can actually get it fixed because it's deeply infected.
Well, yeah, it's basically all pus now.
I need some more apple juice.
So, Carrie, do you think it's going to go to 11? 12?
Yeah,
13?
I mean, like, who knows?
A million?
Who knows?
Bro,
Let's do
okay.
it.
There
Let's
was
do a
cards yesterday
prediction
setting
party
records
here.
at Golden, by the way, like million plus cards, which is not mine, but there was a one of one Kobe Bryant autograph that me and Don were watching that was at like 600,000 or 700,000, which is a lot of money, right? And it
Did
ended
you
the
ever-
night at like 1.5 million.
Did you ever
I
look
don't
at
know
your
what-
contract with them to make sure they're not getting 99% of the proceeds?
Well, they told me
105.
verbally what I would get,
Oh,
and I
okay,
have it on
okay.
camera. So I think we're fine.
I will put this all over American Arbitrage cards,
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Golden.
Okay, so I
Yes.
think Kevin wants me to guess. I think it goes. I don't want to get Carrie's hopes up, but if it's at 10, how long is left?
Yeah,
got
but I don't
15
think how
days
long
left.
is left matters that much. I mean, it matters.
Yeah, it depends on
obviously.
the demand. Well, there's someone bidding on gaming with who is it, Pokimane right now, and it's at $500,000. So literally sitting down and playing games with a
People
Twitch
have
streamer.
way too much.
People
money.
are bidding $500K. I feel like Carrie, your card should be at least $1 million.
How much could we
One thing
charge
about-
to go to yard
The thing
sales with
is,
the three of
you
us?
realize like how big some of these cards are. It was interesting. We were following a couple different auctions. One was the 1992 gold medal from Clyde Drexler for the Barcelona Olympics,
It's
and it had a
Barcelona.
500. Yeah, Barcelona, and it had a $500,000 bid, and it ended, but it didn't meet the reserve. So Clyde,
Wow.
the Glide, was hoping for more money, and he just said no go. I won't
Have
take
you considered
$500,000.
throwing in some of your bathwater? A little American
I'll
Arbitrage
throw,
bath
dude.
water.
You guys can just DM me. I'll send it free. I'll pay for the
It's not
shipping.
clear. It's not
Trying
clear.
to start the
folks.
business.
It's very,
It's
very
not
brown.
clear.
A lot of
All right,
poo.
so that's like there's 4 legs to this carry moving thing.
I think
right?
15 grand. What do you think, Kevin? You got to
I think
that.
it's very
I-
possible.
I think
at this
15 's
point.
realistic.
I think 15 grand. Yeah, I think 15 grand. Be honest with you, I think it could go over 15 grand.
Here, as a matter
She's
of fact,
been
I'm
playing
willing to
really
commit
well
to this,
though
Carrie.
too. She had a 30-point game. She almost had a double today, 23
Yep,
and 9.
that's what's
So she's
driving.
helping. You know, the key is like we don't want her to like beat anybody up right now or anything. We need her to just keep playing basketball well.
Or like, anyways, nothing political, nothing violent.
Yeah, nothing
Here,
controversial.
I'm so confident in 15K, I'm willing to make you this deal. If it sells for anything above 15K, I'll take the extra. Anything under, Kevin will cover it up to 15.
I already bid the first
So,
5,000.
If it goes to 13,
Don't
Kevin
say
will
that,
pay you
Kevin.
2 grand.
Don't say that garbage, dude.
I didn't bid. I
Yeah,
would know.
so-
Although somebody did tell me, somebody from Cincinnati told me that this is a good deal. That Carrie maybe you should hold on to it. Maybe it's going to be worth more
I
next year.
honestly don't believe in that whole idea of holding on to things like this. First off, like
No, well, it's
if
a
there
hot
was a
player,
one of one
though.
card from the 90s, there might have been one product that was a one of one, correct? Now there's so many different products. This is a cool one that's super topical. I mean, it's possible, but I want to. I'm a churn and burn guy, usually with $1.50 cards. So this is a little bit outside
This is
of
a little
my,
weird
my
for you.
comfort zone.
So
You
Yeah,
can
Carrie,
have
it's just-
15,000 like burritos.
That's a lot of
Dude,
burritos. Or
serious.
you can have a home in Florida.
That's
Which
what we're
sounds
working
better
on,
to
man.
you. Yeah, I'm
It's,
excited.
a little of both, little of those. I'll just have like a trailer in Florida and some burritos. That'll work.
Listen, I think that, okay, first off, have you reached out to any more properties down this way?
I reached out to one and it was all so vague. They're like, you need to apply for a certain
gotta
property. And then
find
me
a
and Don are
house.
like,
Yeah,
do we
you gotta
want to
find a
apply
house.
for a place if we're not technically going to be there till like 2 months from now, give or take?
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
it's going to be
But
interesting.
you're doing,
We got to plan
big
it and time it
auction.
right.
when
what's
is your
up?
big auction selling everything for moving to Florida? It's soon, right?
We're doing it all right. Like we've started.
That's
Like
what I
all
was
those
saying. It's got
Simpsons-
Let
4
me
legs.
rephrase that. Like, if someone is watching this show, can they tune in to Dibdit?
Yeah, the
and
next
buy some
auction
new
is
stuff?
Wednesday. So tomorrow, the next
Tomorrow,
one
okay.
on Dibdit. and we're going to be doing 1 or 2 every week for like 8 weeks, basically, until
And
we're
You got a
pretty much
card
out of
one
everything.
today, though. You got a card one
Yeah, I got a
Tuesday.
card one on Dibbed It today,
Tuesday, yeah.
and
Yeah.
every Monday I do a Whatnot as well. But we don't
Can
talk
we
about
talk
Whatnot
about the
here.
thing?
We only talk about Dibbed It.
Well, okay, so I was talking to Kevin on the phone, which is a rare little happy.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
look at
odd.
that. What did he need from you?
So
I
called
me.
him. I called him, and he was talking about this new thing on Dibbed It where you can like join in with what's it called, collab streaming or whatever.
Co-hosting. It's cool, dude. It really is. Kevin
and apparently,
helped me a lot.
like someone can go ahead and start a stream, and Carrie can just hop in there, talk to them, and then
we
start
can
his
both
own
sell
thing.
at the same time too.
And
or
it will
just
be
focus on
Carrie's
one.
responsibility to ship his thing, and the other person's responsibility to ship
It's
their
brilliant.
thing. Which the one time Carrie and I tried doing something like that on Whatnot, it was awful, and like if we were gonna ship, it all had to come from my house, and the stream was laggy. So are you seeing both videos at the same time when you do it on Dibbed It?
So what it is somebody's up in the corner in a square, and so like the viewer has the chance to choose who they're looking at. So if Carrie's selling something and they want to look at the item, they click on him, and he gets big and I get small. And then if I'm selling, they click on me and I get big and he gets small.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got to try it. I told Kevin Carey that I can't really do much Dibbed It because I'm not finding a lot of like Dibbed It type items. It is, a niche down marketplace in a sense. And once the flea markets kick up here in the next couple weeks, I feel like I'm going to be able to get a bunch of inventory.
Yeah, I feel like at first you were like, it's too hot. It's too hot to source.
Oh, yeah.
And then for a little while, you were like, you had plenty of inventory. And now it's like there's not stuff.
Well, no. Listen, it's too hot to source in Florida.
Oh,
it's okay to
so
source
it's region specific
camp,
now.
And to camp in, northern New York near Canada.
So those are not
okay.
those are different
They're not
physical
the same
locations.
They're different temperatures. And so that's, I would say an important thing to note when,
And Dave's a sweater. He can sweat a little bit.
He is.
It's so
he
annoying.
Sweats through
it's
things
so annoying.
profusely.
Like, literally, like with my AC
Not just
on,
sweat.
driving to the Goodwill and back, because yes, I went to the Goodwill today. I broke like a disgusting sweat where I had to change my shirt.
Wow,
it's
you
Tina's
must
fault.
really be struggling in the Goodwill.
Well,
Although they're air conditioned.
They're air conditioned, and it's Tina's fault because she's like addicted to sourcing makeup. Something she bought yesterday sells for
awesome.
$70. It sells for $70, and she paid $2 for it. And so, like, she just, she was feeling that high, the endorphins that we get.
So now you know what it's like having a good picker in the house. That's awesome.
Yeah, but
I also experienced that. Dawn is the one carrying all the weight.
Yes, true, but Tina uses her own store and doesn't give me any of the money. That's the difference, Carrie. She wanted to do something where she could like save up for things she's been wanting. And we usually will make room for that in the budget anyways, but she wanted like some guilt-free money. Some Tina Play money. So if you guys want to give Tina Play money,
my wife,
it's up to you.
Is she going to start building Legos? Like get into Legos?
Yeah.
Because Legos are fun.
See, that's the kind of thing you would do it for, or a video game thing. But for her, a lot of it is just more makeup for herself because she loves makeup. So
my wife started sending me her hours at the end of the week. I'm like, what is this? She's like, here's my hours. I'm like, what? I think she wants like credit to buy so I don't get to say, I don't think we should get that now or whatever. And it's like,
can you clarify something? We're talking about how like your storage system doesn't work great for me because I'm always like changing my mind on what something should be categorized as. How does it work with you where you have like 5 employees? Do they just know where you would put something or you put it all away? Genuinely curious.
I put some of it away, and sometimes it just depends on what like. I was gone on vacation or whatever, but they're not dumb, Hey, put it here, put it here.
Okay, there's these.
Have you trained all 8 of your employees on what you're?
And there's a thing called a phone, It's like, hey, I didn't put this away. Did you guys put it somewhere?
Yeah, but what if you're dead?
If I'm dead, this thing is done. I'll tell you right now.
Just temporarily dead. Like you're coming back. You're a vampire. Dead? Don't forget you're a vampire.
Comatose.
Don't forget that.
They would scramble to shut the store down.
Is Tom Cruise a vampire? Question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great question. Kevin, it's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, the instruments. That's what I ran into. I bought some bongos that sell for like $150.
They're big.
I don't have a bongo section.
Shelf. There's a shelf for big things.
I think they would go in your percussion section, in the percussion section.
But Kevin, I'm out of shelves.
Put them on the floor. Sell them cheap.
I
put them on top of. I put them on top of a card box. Is what I would.
Actually, the eBay cave inside is now my big thing area. So bongos would be, to me, it's like, all right, bongos, they're going into the eBay cave.
Bongos was actually Kevin's nickname in college.
Receivers, VCRs,
story,
all that big stuff.
He used to do the drum circles all hopped up on all sorts of stuff, just naked in the middle of the campus.
Yep, that's true.
Liberty,
as in last
couldn't handle it.
Last week he did this.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you graduated 25 years ago. Please go home.
So what's the deal with the sourcing in the Lynchburg area? I've been hearing it's terrible, but then again, I've also been hearing that you've been doing well. So I need
very
some more
few
details.
sales. Well, I hadn't been sourcing here in a while. I just went out. It rained the week before. I went out Saturday, and there was only like 8 or 10 sales at all, and there was like 3 that I was like, okay, these might be good, and there was one other one, and I think I went to 5 total, and I bought more at the I spent more money at on 2 sales than I did in all of Kentucky. So one of them was an estate sale, and it was pretty high price, but I pulled a rod and I paid up, and I'm gonna do really good.
You pulled your rod out.
Is that what you call it? You seriously, it's not an appropriate place to do that, Kevin.
Yeah, that's actually very appropriate, inappropriate.
Yeah,
they probably just gave it to you because they wanted you to leave because it was just very.
I think they did. I filmed the whole thing. I walked in with the camera, everything, and at the kitchen, correct? The lady's like, "Are you filming this?" I said, "Yeah," and she's like, "They don't. I don't think they want you to do that anymore." I said, "Okay." All right, so I turned.
That was at a estate sale, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See,
that was already the end of it.
There's an estate sale company near me that's not allowing big backpacks in here ever since I sold all that stuff. I didn't see that, guys. That was a joke.
Matter of fact, estate sale. I had my little bag there, my reseller genie bag, Cocon Wealth, and I was standing there, and the guy up front said they're not going to let you take that bag in there. I'm like, really?
So what did you do?
I wonder if they're going to let me take my backpack. I put it in my backpack and went inside. And they had little I don't know, little baskets that they're handing out. And after about 10 minutes of digging in there, I saw tons of people in there with IKEA bags. I'm like, what the heck? So I took mine out and started using it.
Oh, that's weird. So they
rebel, man.
Okay.
Rebel. You were the James Dean of the estate sale.
Well, so there's a couple things I want to talk about. There's always 8 million things in my brain. So Goodwill, Carrie, I went there. I think Dawn and you will do really well at this local Goodwill because I went there. I'm not a Goodwill guy. I'm not a Goodwill daddy. But I went in there today and I found a couple blow molds for $8 a piece. I found a Jemmy, in the package hamster, like little dancing hamster. I found a golf club, a Medicus, Kevin, one of those bendy ones.
Yeah, the hinges.
Yeah, for $7, and it looks like that one specifically sells for $50. And that was just like on a random freaking Sunday. I feel like you guys could do good there.
When we were out in Kentucky, Steve, everybody was telling me you got to look out for the pings, that pure titanium.
Yeah,
those are
they're beryllium or something. Yeah. The brownish, goldish looking things.
Yeah, but no. Anyways, I thought that was reassuring, Carrie. Like you might do fine just with this Goodwill right in town as a thrifter, because you're really like
Don will. She'll be the first one there.
It almost feels like Carrie has given up on garage sales. Is that true, or is he texting someone?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
No, what's happening is I got a new cord for my microphone right here, and it has the wrong attachment, of course. So I'm using my old cord, and if I move half an inch, it unplugs. So that's what's been happening.
Well, anyways, did you hear what I said? So it
no, I
don't
care about garage sales no more.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm not really into them.
That's okay. I mean, you're gonna have to get up for someone. You're over here to come with me, but
no, I'm just like giving up for the season. First off, I have like 4 or 5 or 6 videos.
Dude, you never really got.
I'm not going to do anything with them
in Vegas. In Vegas, you never got in the zone for garage.
No,
sales.
I never did.
Never.
I really got way out of it, and I got heavy into sporting cards. So.
Yeah, and
I think that's what I'm
even Dawn, like, she'd
moving
rather
out
be
there.
at a thrift store, right? She'd just rather be thrifting than at a garage sale.
I think she'd rather be at a flea market. We're actually flea market people that don't have a flea market that we like. That's the main issue.
They're flea marketers with no home.
That's what it feels like. And the garage sales, we're going back in season, but I feel like at this point we're so over.
Well, when you're here, you'll just go to the Wednesday one in DeLand every week, and you'll be happy as a little butterfly.
Dawn was telling me we're going to be going to the Webster every week. I'm like,
and that one's a little tough. It's pretty far. I mean, I try not to go to that often, but
yeah, I tell you, the other one we went to. I'd still go to the Webster, but I wouldn't.
I do for holidays,
like 3-4 times a year, maybe.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go all the time.
We still don't understand the distance of anything in Florida. We'll figure it out.
So the Webster's like an hour and a half, so it's, kind of far, maybe an
That's
hour
not
45.
that big a deal for us.
No,
I
you
mean,
can
like,
do it, but every week, every Monday to dedicate.
we're
that
West
much
Coasters,
time.
man. An hour and a half is a really close drive for us.
And then the Browns.
Everything's
is
like
another...
3 hours away.
So for me, this is kind of my thing. I go to the holiday weekends at the Webster. I go to every Browns, unless it's like really good garage sailing season. Every Browns, which you went with that. The meth guy. Remember the meth guy? I love that flea market. It's my favorite. And then the one that you will go to that I probably won't is that Wednesday one in DeLand. It's every week, and you'll probably make contacts and be sourcing crazy stuff, and I'll be jealous. But I still probably won't go very often because I don't know. I'm a creature of habit. I'm just a creature of habit. I got my sourcing locked down. I don't know. Maybe for Dibdit stuff, I'd go there more. I don't know.
So you have a buddy up here, and he's going to a whole other town to go pick.
Yeah, Brandon won't even stay in Lynchburg right now. He said there's nothing. So
I try to tell people, and nobody believes. It's not the best in the world around here. It just isn't. It's not. It's not awful. I'm sure it's worse other places. No, I'm doing good. Doing good.
Well, I was listening to a certain locker type podcast, and they were saying they went to a garage sale
in a room
in Crossville.
Yeah, the clickbait one.
Yeah,
in a Crossville garage sale, and they did like wild numbers.
Leftover clickbait.
They were probably so. What's that for them?
One of the
like
guys,
free $15 items.
Beardy McGee, whatever his name is, got like 6 boxes of books. And like one of the books sells for like $300-400. Just one of the books.
Nice.
And they're all video game guides and things like that. And then that other guy,
what did
cell phone tower guy,
Coca-Cola Picker get? Did Coca-Cola Picker get anything?
I don't know if Coca-Cola Picker was there.
These references are even over my head.
Okay, well,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They get it. So, well, let's just say it's other resellers. Cell phone tower guy, he bought a bunch of records, but it was Tool records. I mean, you know the band Tool? Yeah, and one of them is worth. So it's weird because cell phone tower guy said that if he puts it as a buy it now, he thinks he can get $1,500, but he's doing an auction for $200. And I'm like, why not just put it as a buy it now for $1,500?
Who's doing auctions on eBay in 2024?
It'll be interesting to see how that goes. I hope it works.
Hey, he might need cash.
I hope it. Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes you got to get cash.
He's got a very high-paying day job. I don't think that's the case. I think he just wants to see what happens. I think he's excited for the conclusion, which I get.
Yeah,
I get.
The cell phone tower picker.
Yeah, cell phone tower picker. and then Rocky Bottom Picker said he got a whole bunch of actually it was kind of vague. He said he paid $200 and got a bunch of console accessories. And I'm just sitting there thinking of like keypads for the Xbox 360 and little wireless dongles. And I'm just like, I don't know, $200 worth of that must be a lot of stuff.
Oh, it doesn't take too many dongles to get to 200.
Yeah.
You can never have enough.
I thought they were sold for like $15.
No dongles.
The little
it depends on
the one I'm thinking of for the 360. I thought was like a $15 dongle. He didn't say what he got. He just said random console accessories, and he spent $200. It seemed like a lot to me. Carries off the reservation.
But don't you think that all these pickers, including us, are all these? It's like people that fish. The fish just keeps getting bigger and bigger the more days go by.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
you find out it's just they bought a can of tuna at the store. They didn't even go fishing.
My point was maybe you guys should have gone to Crossville instead of some weird place in northern
I was
Kentucky.
happy where we went. I enjoyed it.
Look, we were at an abandoned coal mine somewhere in Kentucky. From as far as I could tell.
It wasn't a coal. Tim was happy, and that made me happy because I don't want a grumpy Tim around.
Oh, is a grumpy Tim a danger?
Tim was very happy.
Tim, he killed it.
Tim was listening the whole time. We're out partying. Kevin's drunk, just on the floor, doing snow angels on the floor.
Nobody believes you.
Tim was working. He was.
What was Kevin's rod doing?
Oh, Rod.
No, not Rod. Rod is my Rod. Thank you very much.
Hey, speaking of Dave.
Oh, no, Mike. Mike was making sure that Kevin's needs were met at all times.
Dave, I want you to pull something up on the screen right here.
Okay.
Somehow this has made it to the homepage of District.
I don't think I can. It's not letting me show anything on my screen. It's being obnoxious.
Well, if you guys want to see something very funny, and maybe I could show you on my computer, but I don't really want to do that. Mike, you have to do video listings on shopcommons.net. And Mike,
I didn't do a video listing. Maybe that's why I haven't sold mine.
I'll show
you. Didn't do I should have removed it and you. You gotta do a video listing, Dave. Breaking the rules.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, his look like a host is really upsetting. Let's see if I can find it.
And it's on the district homepage now because there's been so many people to click on this thing thinking, what is this?
Well, look at this. This is a
A
very
lot of
small
eight
version, but
bikers.
look at that up close. Look at that.
That's the
It
thumbnail.
literally looks
He
like
looks
he's
terrified.
being forced to do a video.
A lot of
against
8 biker shirts, Sturgis American. Kevin, you've really like lost your source for bulk clothing, huh? He's just selling it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's kind of disappointing.
He used to sell that to you. Now he's gonna...
Yeah, and he demanded a lower percentage on this site too. I'm like, dude,
Ooh.
you're killing me. I'm losing both ends of this.
So let's talk about your sales, guys. So Carrie, you did that 50% off sale. Anything exciting happened from that, or 40%
we sold
off
a
sale?
ton. We sold a ton of stuff.
Anything
And
I want to
like
hear this.
big
And the
numbers?
cool
Any
thing
triple
is-
digits?
what?
Triple digits? $100? 100 plus?
I don't really do triple digits, dude. But then we sold a lot
So
of
wait, are
things that
cards
were
selling
like
for 60 cents?
no, I didn't. It was everything over like
How come you didn't link it? You're supposed. There's people asking in the
no. He
comments
linked
to link
Tina's
your
eBay,
store.
eBay, which
Oh.
was
Yeah,
I
link
don't, dude. I can't
Carrie's
find Carrie's
fire
store. It's
sale.
like 1827 AD or something.
You thought it was
Or, like,
1917
I don't know.
AD earlier.
Send it to me. Send me the
Somebody
link.
will link the store
No,
in
but we
the
sold-
comment section.
This is
at
how good
least.
we are, and by we I mean Don are as pickers. Is we sold like $80 items for 40, and we still made a profit because we paid like $5,
go.
and Don charged $60
Nice.
shipping, so we were good.
Winning. Well, and Carrie, you can't even get mad at me for not knowing your eBay store link, because Carrie today told me, hey, I can't send Tina these motivation videos because I don't know her number. He's in like 7 group chats with her.
No, I have.
On
I
his phone.
know
You have
that.
to look at the phone.
No, I just didn't put her name in. I lost it, and it was easier for you to give it to me. So thank you for giving it.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I mean, I've sold a lot of things. We sold a $22 80s bar. Oh, I sold this. I sold this for $111 yesterday. It's pretty
Okay,
cool.
nice.
A
He's
blast.
not showing anything if you're
I'm
listening.
gonna flip it around there, Turbo. Calm
right,
down.
all right.
I sold this for.
Turbo.
This is just. I got this in a mystery box at the National.
Stadium. Is that a card? A single card?
So it's a box that potentially has a Shohei Ohtani rookie in it. It's 2018 Stadium Club.
He's from the Angels.
And I got like 16 boxes in a mystery box at the National for $200, and I made content on it. So hopefully, I make most of my money back off that.
Did I get that right? Did I get that right, or you're just ignoring that?
What'd you say?
I said he's from the Angels.
He was on the
He
Angels.
He was on it. Now he's a Dodger.
Now do you know
No,
where
So
the
he's from.
do you know where the Dodgers play?
Rogers. They play at
They
Rogers
play at
Stadium.
Rogers. The Rogers
Roger
Dodgers.
Stadium.
The Roger Dodgers. That's pretty good.
The
Pretty
San
good.
Francisco Dodgers. No, wait, the
Yeah.
Dodgers. Cincinnati Dodgers.
Cincinnati
Don't tell me.
Dodgers,
I think
yeah.
I know this.
Oh,
you're
I know
close.
this. I know this.
You're
This
the
is
right general
ridiculous.
Detroit
area.
People
Dodgers.
think-
Detroit.
Detroit
No?
Dodgers. Yeah.
People think this is a
The double-
bit.
the double
That's how
Ds.
sad it is.
I've heard of the Dodgers.
No,
I've
it's
heard
the
of it. What
Detroit
sport is
Dodgers.
it?
You're correct. You were right.
That's baseball, you said.
Yeah,
It
no,
is
it's
Detroit?
football. Dude, what sport are you thinking it is?
I'm looking it up.
You can't. That takes away the fun of this.
No, they're Los Angeles. That
Yeah,
doesn't
he-
sound
he-
right. I
he
feel like
stayed
when
in
I was
LA.
a kid, it was something
He went
else.
from Anaheim.
Where are the Angels from?
The
you
Angels are
just
from
told me.
California because
What part?
that's the
'Cause you
team
didn't hear me.
Tina's cousin's on.
No, he's
Patrick
not.
Bailey.
No,
No,
they're
he's
from
not on
the
that team.
Giants. He's on the Giants.
He's on a
Jeez.
different
I
team.
sold a dinosaur, Dave. I sold a baby Sinclair like you
Oh,
had.
cute. They went way down in value since I originally.
$52.20.
I think it's because
They
all
were
these
selling for
picker
like 100.
videos, YouTube ruining
Mhm.
reselling and stuff.
There's Dave.
What do you think about flea market sellers getting on Whatnot? It's really bothersome to me.
Yes,
I wish
tell
they
ya.
wouldn't do that. That's,
Look,
Carrie, it's a concern.
Look, it is a thing. It is a thing of the future. There's
Here's
no
the
doubt.
thing,
Not
though.
for all of them, because look, you got to pay taxes.
Yeah,
and
you
some of
got
these
to.
folks don't like
Isn't
pay
the whole
taxes.
issue they don't want to track everything? And now that I don't think that. I mean, you're just going to get the savvy people who are doing eBay anyway.
With a personality. They need to have a personality, too.
yeah.
They may not
Now-
be successful.
It's not
You
that
gotta
they're
put a
really
shirt
flea
on.
market people.
At the 127, it was like 60% of the vendors, the guys, did not have shirts on at all. They're like, I'm not even going to bother. And they were like
Yeah.
not in no t-shirt, shape. They were in like they needed.
Yeah, I'm
two
not either
t-shirt
at the
shape,
moment.
but they wore
Mhm.
0,
Mhm.
and it was
Yeah.
it was interesting.
So, okay. So, the reason I said it is because there's a Fines for... Wait, no, not Fines for All Minds. That's wrong. Relics from the Attic. But hey, Fines for All Minds. No,
What's that?
Relics from the Attic, Carrie. You know, the guy who's always yelling,
Yeah,
who
Anthony,
didn't play
right.
well for your TikTok. He's a big
Yeah.
whatnotter now. He's
Big
whatnotting.
Is
whatnotter?
he a
for
big
real?
whatnotter now?
Well, he's trying to be. And he's
Yeah,
got the inventory for it. He's got unlimited.
Yeah, but
great
his pricing,
inventory.
is he willing to actually sell it at a good
I don't
price?
know.
or
I
is
need
he
to
just
find him on
starting
Whatnot.
everything
I need to
high?
install Whatnot. I uninstalled Whatnot
Oh,
because
dude,
Kevin said I
really?
had to in Allegiance of Dibdit, and so I'd have to reinstall Whatnot to figure that out.
Yeah, Kevin's very just like rudimentary. What's the word?
Tina
Regimented.
sent me this Facebook Marketplace post just now. Barely farted on living room set. It's not bad. It's only $1. Too.
Maybe they only farted in the cup area, so it was contained.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Or maybe a bear farted on it. Bear farted. Bear. Oh, Carrie. Carrie's a bit of a bear.
Well, hey, along those lines, I get more and more people telling me they're sourcing from online lives. Whether there's people clearly on Dibdit sourcing. There's people clearly on Shop Common sourcing. There's people clearly on Whatnot.
How many more years do we have people that are just gonna hate Whatnot and online auctions for no reason? Like a couple more years that people are just gonna unnecessarily hate on it until they actually start. I don't have
people having a problem hating it for themselves. That's fine, because if you don't want to do it, that's great. And there's just not everybody's personality. But yeah, maybe. I mean, think about it.
Do it.
If you're used to going around to flea markets in Florida, and all of a sudden the supply goes a little bit down because there's 8 or 10 big flea market sellers who are fire selling stuff off. Yeah. Now they're going on Whatnot. Then it takes a little bit of the sourcing.
But here's the thing: it is what it is. So you got to adapt. You got to change. If that's where the sourcing's going, you either got to source there or sell there.
Most of the regular flea marketers that would start doing this, most of them are the kind that are too expensive for me anyways. Yeah. So I don't really mind. Like, I'd rather go to a flea market and find someone who's never there and say, ooh, that's a new table. They're just opening up their trunk and just selling out of their trunk. They're the ones who I'm hunting out. So I don't know that it's a huge loss for me, other than maybe I'll do less accidental overspending because they, out knowledge me on the stuff in their car or in their whatever they're selling out of. So,
but you are right, and that's a point that a lot of people don't hit on, and that was part of the drive behind Shop Commons. Is part of the drive behind all this. It's like things are changing now. It's not going to ever completely change. You will always find people who want to have a garage sale. They don't want to deal with anything. It's not going to just dry up for everybody. Exactly. But it is changing a little bit.
Okay, so Carrie sold some good stuff. Kevin, did you have any sales you want to talk about?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't
Thank you for sharing, Kevin.
Dave. Lots of 50.
Yeah, okay.
80.
80 sales?
Stampin' Up 80. No, I had 30 this weekend.
See, Kevin, I just looked. My whole week, my last week is only $2,500. So when I say I pulled 2,000 in orders today, it was like almost a whole week worth of orders.
Yeah.
Just because my store has slowed down ever since I got.
I've sold a couple of Carrie and Dawn's items that I got from them.
Such as let's make him feel bad, like I do with the Octonauts every time I sell one. It's like Brandon left all these books behind for me.
I think this was yours, Carrie. Alien 3, Alien Creature.
Yeah.
Haley.com movie classic something, $55 plus shipping.
Yeah, 1992.
That was
a
good
that's
one.
About what that goes for. And the movie just came out, so that was good timing.
What did you think of the movie?
And filigree photo frame set made in Italy, bubble glass plastic, ornate. $40 plus shipping. Their little frames.
Yeah. Carrie.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I have an audio issue. Yeah. Carrie doesn't respond to me very quickly.
No, or he was talking. I wasn't going to interrupt him.
We interrupt Kevin on this show. Yes, we do.
No,
when it comes to the Alien review,
interrupt him, Dave. I'm
sorry. When it comes to reviewing Alien Romulus, we interrupt Kevin. Now, tell me how Alien was.
I like it. So if you guys, spoiler alerts, there's aliens out there, and they are trying to just basically explode through your body and get born. So
through your chest. They pound on the inside.
It was really well
chest.
done. I mean, the whole premise is a good premise. It's scary. They're hard to beat.
Did you see my point about it being very dark and hard to see stuff happening?
Yeah, because you're in an alien. You're in a ship with aliens, and they're not not worried about. They don't have any there's nobody doing TikTok, so there's not proper lighting.
Yeah, and TikTok is the penultimate form of entertainment. I unlocked how to do TikTok, Kevin.
What?
I don't know the difference.
What?
I unlocked TikTok today. I figured out how to do it, and so
he made a lot of money on TikTok. He's a TikTok money.
This is Dave. All you have to do to get Dave. All I had to do to get Dave interested in talking to Carrie was talk to Carrie. Now all I had to do was have a little success on TikTok, and Dave's got to come and show me.
Hold on. No. It goes like this, and I didn't make a ton of money. on there yet, but I will just to spite you,
Mhm.
as you stated.
Mhm.
It's one of those things like Kevin can't be better at me at TikTok. He can be better at me in a lot of things, but not at short form.
No,
He's an
I
old
killed
boomer.
it on TikTok. I'm like, I made a lot of money on TikTok this
No,
week.
yeah, you guys, your guys' TikToks are cute. I like them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I don't know. The problem is just the motivation to do them. Like I know
So I
how to
gave
do
you
them.
the
I can
motivation.
do them. No, yeah. Well, you
Hatred,
gave me a little
spite.
motivation. You gave me enough motivation to do one, and I might try to do one tomorrow. And I told Tina, I said, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna do 10 TikToks today. I did one.
Just like
One, but one is better than
spend
zero.
1 minute or 10 minutes and just do one and then move on if you hate it. But just spend that time. The
Carrie,
problem with like
until
YouTube
you
for
do
me
a
is they take
full-length
2
video.
hours.
Yeah.
I did on
Mhm.
cards because that's a better use of my time. I make more money on a TikTok typically opening a pack of cards than I do on my main channel YouTube. Like,
And
some
this
of the
just shows
time.
how
So,
we're just the dumbing of society, and Carrie's attributing to it. Contributing?
yes,
Or
I'm
attributing?
making sure
Benefiting
that
from it.
the people,
Yeah, he
benefiting.
is.
It's called
He's the
maximize.
beneficiary to your brains melting. Thank you, Carrie.
Look, I'm
Wait a
I'm
minute,
not
I
doing
gotta
nothing
know
wrong.
how
I'm
well you
showing you
did,
cool
Dave.
cards.
I gotta know
I didn't.
how
I
well
don't know.
your
I don't know.
TikTok
I
did
just
today.
I just posted it like an hour and a half ago. But it's
I
at
hope it
almost
fails.
50,000.
Dang it.
50,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang
wow,
it.
that's all right.
wow.
I can't even like
The
pull
true
out
Kevin.
my.
You're
I
supposed
had
to
some
wait
Can't-
till
what do you
after
wanna
the
pull out?
show to say
cred.
that.
Oh. Okay, so I
I'll
sold
probably
a comic.
quit this week.
I sold the CGC 7.5 Hulk for $215.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
the sale that's more interesting to me is my Mahjong set.
Ooh.
Because I went to an estate sale on Friday, and Fridays have been okay. Saturdays have been pretty rough for me right now. Estate sale is really all I got going on. The yard sales are pretty bad. But I go to the estate sale, they have a Mahjong set for $75.
Bamboo
And
bone.
no, actually, Bakelite.
Ooh.
Bakelite,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Nice.
the problem is I couldn't tell if the tiles were Bakelite. They didn't feel like it. They didn't feel like rough. And from what I can understand, maybe they should, or like a little texture, no texture at all. So maybe they were Bakelite.
texture,
Maybe that's
no.
why
They're
it
not
sold so
textured.
fast. But the racks really looked like Bakelite. They were like that, the color has like the swirling kind of thing going
And the racks
on,
were part of the set, or were they separate?
They were part of the set
Wow,
in like a
that's
big
nice-
box.
oof.
And so I think I underpriced it. When I went and looked at the comps, there was one that sold for 200 best offer. And so I was like, I'm going to go above that because I feel like that was undersold. I listed at 220 and it sold in less than a minute.
But
Oh,
look,
so-
isn't that the ultimate goal of what you're doing? Is you
Dude,
sell your stuff
No,
fast?
no. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but
Yeah, and I talked him down to 50 basically. So it was 50 into 220 in 60 seconds.
What
so
should
I'm
he
not
have
like
charged?
it
complaining.
should have gone.
How
for
much
more
should
than
he-
that. I don't know. I have to
how
see
much-
it, but
Well,
It-
that specific set, maybe I got thrown off by the fact that it had a brand name and not that many people sold that brand, and the one guy that did sold it for 200. Maybe I should have just based it off the other Bakelite comps, but I still think like I don't know. I don't think I could have gotten
What was
more
the
than
brand?
3 for it. Chris Lloyd, CRISLOID.
The guy from
I
Back
think-
to the Future?
not 2 L's.
Yeah, what is that? That's the name of who? The Doc? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's Doc Brown's name.
Emmett
It
Brown.
was spelled differently.
My
He spelled
grandpa
That's
it
his
remember.
differently.
government name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it wasn't too far off, Kevin. I think it was maybe 40, $50 off at the most.
Yeah.
You'll see it when you look it up.
But
I
like
don't
that's
think I'm
good though
too far
because
off.
you probably sold it to a collector then. If it was only a $40, $50 difference, it's not going to somebody flipping it. They just like got a good deal. They were probably had it in their saved search and yours was a good enough deal.
I don't
And
even
they
see
bought it right away.
Lloyd
It was a
coming up.
success.
I said Chris Lloyd, CRISLOID.
I know, but
One word.
Oh,
It's
okay,
one word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Lloyd.
Yeah.
One word. That's weird.
That's just the name of the brand. Chris Lloyd
Chris
Mahjong
Lloyd.
set.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
still see nothing. I must be spelling something wrong.
Well, are you listening, Kevin, or are you being a David? CRIS, no H, LOID.
Oh yeah,
It's all one word.
Oh, see, that's-
ID.
Yep.
Yeah, like Lloyd,
is-
like
this is good
celluloid,
content.
like celluloid,
Yes.
not like Lloyd
That's not a name
from
brand.
Dumb and Dumber.
That's a type of material, I believe.
Oh,
It
it's
said
Chris
it on the
Lloyd.
booklet. It had a booklet on it, and on the back it said Chris Lloyd, like LLC. So maybe
Maybe you're right. Maybe
The
I'm
booklet
wrong.
says Chris Lloyd right on it.
We
but it
need
said
we need
Chris
somebody
Lloyd
who's
set.
a Bakelite and or Mahjong expert, which we probably have both
Seriously.
listening
Yes.
to comment on this.
Actually, it says Chris Lloyd
Did
Plastics
you lay yours out
Incorporated.
in a big thing? Everything was laid
Dude,
out.
go to the sold. Go to the sold.
I'm
That'll be the
looking
top
at it.
one.
I'm trying to find yours. 200. Buy it now. August
219.
7th.
219. August 16th.
Oh, 219.
$219.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't lay it all out.
Okay.
Minimal effort.
So
Kevin.
I was just going to
Minimal
tell you
effort.
this that the racks go for a crazy. So just the racks, it looks like in that went for 140.
Those are the part that I was pretty confident were Bakelite. Actually, it's funny, Kevin. If you look at my last picture, it's a VCR to micro VCR adapter. It's just the wrong picture.
Maybe that's what they thought.
Hopefully, they're not expecting me to include that.
I think I would have listed it for 400 and taken an offer.
Well, but you have all those viewers that would bid on it.
Yeah, you would get that Commonwealth tax, and you don't.
Well, there's a different case. Yours wasn't red interior, I don't think. That was one of my wife's commentaries. Is that Dave's pictures aren't all that good, but she also says that about mine. So
they're terrible. I put again, guys. This is like the whole thing with that guy who's spending tons of time packing orders. It does. Is it necessary? I don't know.
Do you like seriously? Yeah, but it's a lot of extra time. And like, if you're not getting that much of a premium,
I'm going to say there's a happy medium. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's what I think I'm right.
I
don't think you undersold that much, Dave.
It's simple. Uranium glass,
a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
Uranium glass, garbage bag. You stick a label on it, and you just throw it into the tub when you get to the post office. And whatever happens, happens, because they're not paying for you to protect it. They're paying for the item. Am I right?
I just don't think, Carrie, I think you and I have a different perspective because we're not the people who go in and list mid or high market.
Carrie's perspective doesn't
we list
count.
bottom market.
He doesn't even ship.
Yes. See that?
Me and Carrie just often list at the lowest price. Like, we find the lowest price and we go 50 cents under it. And that's just how we roll.
I don't care how big I get. I'm going to always do that because that's how you move stuff.
And if that's the case, then I don't think you need to spend the extra time on the description.
And I actually would ship a little bit more cautiously than I'm joking about. But like, Don is such a cautious shipper that I can be a bit of a ne'er-do-well, a bit of a scamp and get away with it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably this DeMarini bat that Heather saw. $33.99. It was a Vendetta, DeMarini Vendetta. Is that what you were trying to list?
Probably. She was trying to list it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways. So yeah, that was the only sale that I was like just a little concerned about. But the cool part was buying it Friday, selling it Friday. That's always like kind of a
Carrie,
feeling.
what do you like? How do you feel this is going? This sell off? Are you on a trajectory to get there? eBay, your other stuff. I mean, obviously you're doing the Dibdits. That went well. I was there. I was like, holy moly.
It went really well. We had like 200 plus people there, which was wild.
Yeah.
Dibdit's the number one reselling platform right now. Get in there, guys.
Right now is, some would say it would be eBay, Dibdit, and then after that it would probably be Bonanza, but a distant third.
I made a Bonanza sale today, Tupperware, that I bought on
just turned it on.
No, I bought on Chop Commons. I'm like, holy cow, I can make money off of that lot.
There we go, dude. So there you go. He created a platform so that he could take advantage of the people posting.
That's not why I did it, but
no, I mean, we're on, like, it's kind of weird because like we're still at the point where we will be buying some fresh stuff here and there and posting it normal. We don't have to liquidate all of eBay right now, but
you're still buying.
Oh, I buy cards. I'm going to the Burbank card show, but those I get rid of 90% the Monday after the show on a whatnot typically. So that's how I run that part of the business. But we'll buy. Don's not buying right now, but I'm not against us buying a couple things if we find something worth flipping. But I think we'll have everything gone by early October. It won't be that hard because we're already moving. We moved like a lot of the big stuff just in one day. All those Simpson houses, those were taking up a shelf almost, or half a shelf by themselves.
So we're gonna see that shelf behind you start to deplete. Is that what's
this is like
over the next
unlisted cards mostly behind me? So that's stuff that I'm probably gonna have to get rid of a lot of it on Shop Commons or locally. That I'm a little bit dreading because I got to go through and see if I need any. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Dude, you know what you should do? You should bring that Spider-Man.
It's also got to be worth it for the people buying it. So at some level, it's going to be just.
You could go to the flea market too.
You could do a flea.
Yeah,
well, they don't really have a good flea market.
Yeah, well, they do have a nighttime day for Broad Acres at like 5 p.m. and I think I can get up for that.
Yeah, dude, Carrie, you should take your Spider-Man down to the casino alley. I can't remember what it's called at the moment, and let people pose to take pictures with it for $10.
Yeah,
that's
and one of the and just get their address or name and just like whoever
the winner gets to keep it, and I'll ship it for free.
I'll have no problem getting rid of
Drop
the
it off.
Spider-Man. I have several people who want it already. It'll come with the Inaman and everything because it doesn't work. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, my sales dead. That thing, is a bit of a scam.
Oh my goodness!
Well, those are some allegations. Kevin, response?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
You have to insert it is the key.
We have some questions over there on the Patreon, and I really like this question because I've thought about it. I love Vintage New York City says, "Have you ever been tempted to go back to a 9-to-5 for the benefits, a predictable paycheck, and weekends off?" Carrie?
Sure.
Do we need to
there's
ask
some. No, but there's the one nice thing that people forget about with having a regular job is the structure. And that's probably for me. And I hate structure. I rage against that machine. But I do sometimes crave it because I'm definitely a free spirit to my own detriment. And it would be nice to have that, I got to be here or I'm going to get fired, which didn't usually prevent me from getting fired. I was still late, but it kind of helped a little bit. So
Carrie doesn't even wipe half the time. 50-50 if he's gonna wipe.
I never had, after I graduated college, I never had a real 9-to-5. Teaching is not something you turn off. I was always doing something at home, doing whatever. And so it wasn't the benefit of the 9-to-5 where you're done. Mm-hmm. You can be done. And it's teaching and coaching and all that. I was never done. So I'd rather never be done and do this than never be done and do that.
I do think about how badly I'd like it if Tina got a day job sometimes. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if Dawn went back to work. I
agree. No, the only thing that even makes me want it is in any way, shape, or form is health insurance. It's just such a nightmare to try to. I mean, you can buy your own, but it's not good. There's no one in the planet that I lived with good insurance for years where my max out of pocket was $1,000 and I'd go to the doctor for free whenever I wanted to. And
are you going to the doctor a lot, Dave?
My kids go to the doctor. They,
you need to get
Callie dislocated. Listen,
Callie
dislocated her finger. We didn't know if it was broken. We take her to the doctor, $1,400. With this insurance, I'm paying $8,000 a year for. So
wouldn't have been with mine.
Sucks. Well, yes, it would have been $1,000 with yours, which is what I'm on now. So it would have saved me $400.
So you get Kevin's doing his own insurance, right? Are you just paying Kevin?
Yeah, if you want to sign up for Kevin's insurance plan, P.O. Box 773 Cowboy Way.
He'll put a brick in his shed for you as well on top, free of charge.
Okay,
my daughter broke her foot and it didn't cost me $1,000.
I know. Me and Tina were looking at part-time Starbucks. Get some of that insurance. That'd be nice. I like the idea of better.
Yeah, but you did go to a Bedford medical place, right? So they probably just looked at it and be just walk.
We went to Cletus's house, and Cletus was like, "Oh, just pour a stick on it."
Just jump with one foot and don't touch the other one on the ground.
When you offer to pay in cash for things, it all of a sudden gets ridiculously cheaper.
We tried that. But do you have to do that pre or post?
We also have a prescription or a subscription doctor.
Yes, but that's okay. Never mind. A subscription to a doctor.
He also does videos.
No, it's not online.
The doctor does videos, and his website starts with an O.
What?
You're a fan. You love it.
Only you, though. No, so no, it's I don't know, Kevin.
They do things differently in Mayberry, dude. We're talking about real world stuff, Kevin. You're so isolated.
Real stupid world stuff.
Yeah.
Lost my damn square.
I don't know. The insurance stuff is a pain.
20+ miles away from a normal road. That's not even that normal. You're way out.
The Smiley Thrifter Marion away from my house. The Smiley Thrifter Marion said, "How much money do you usually spend at garage sales? Does it depend, or do you have a budget?"
Oh, totally no budget. I mean,
no budget.
Kevin doesn't need.
I got whatever.
Kevin has infinite money.
I'm saying no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
He can pull from his offshore accounts at any moment. It's just
if you wanted to mug Kevin at a yard sale, you'll get thousands.
$1,200.
I
Not
take
on my
out
person.
I
Don't
take
mug
out
me.
$990 as needed because that's the best way. Like it's a $4 fee with my ATM because I use one of those online banks. So I take out $990, so I only have to pay the $4 fee once every couple of weeks. And then I usually will bring the $990, but it'll deplete. Like so this weekend I probably went out with $700, and next week I'll probably go out with $300, and when I run out, I'll go to an ATM and I'll take out another $990.
Why,
So
you
it's
don't
just,
have
Not
you
in-
pay money to get out of the bank every time you get money out of the bank?
yeah, but I also am allowed to have 9 checking accounts that auto transfer money and stuff. And if you did that at a normal bank, they charge you a crap ton of fees.
My bank doesn't
So you
charge
have
me
to
a
choose.
dime.
And how many accounts do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, well, the Bank of the James, which is real common down here in Florida, isn't an option for me, Kevin. Sorry.
How did you know that was it, by the way?
Because I've been to freaking Lynchburg, bro.
Okay.
They're everywhere, on
All
every corner. Bank of the James, Bank of the
That's
James.
right.
Routing
Me and
number
Don are much more
4376.
Me and Don take a couple hundred out, and if we need more, we get more. If it's a card show, I take out significantly more.
Do you pay fees when you take it out, though?
Well, here's the thing. If I'm taking out of the bank, I think we only have a couple of like America First here in Vegas. And when I move freaking wherever I'm going, Florida, they don't even have them.
Banks are supposed to pay you. You guys need to get into. I'm not in the.
Well,
real
they stopped
world.
doing
Banks
that
are
years
supposed to
ago,
pay
dude,
you.
during the recession.
Mine doesn't. Mine
doesn't
me.
because
I make
like
money off my
I've
bank.
got $1,000 in savings now, and it paid me like 13 cents the other month. But then I spent the
Ooh.
1,000, so now I'm not earning any money anymore.
You still got that 13 cents.
I got that 13 cents. So
Keep it in there as a
exciting.
keepsake. Thank you, guys.
I've heard of interest. I just am not interested in it, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm interested, but it's not interested in me. It flees from my sight. Although, okay, so Phil said, will Kerry just fund the next
Maybe
Trash to
wait a
Cash
minute.
bash
Maybe
because of
this-
all his money?
Hold on, we'll get back to this because I know you want to talk about it. But maybe Tina wants her own money so she can save some of it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because
That's a
if
good
it's
point.
in your account, it doesn't get
Security.
saved.
I just fuss about how I want to get out of like a home payment and stuff, but I actually make no progress because I'm an addictive spender.
You could
know.
just, make an extra. You could. It's all automated. Just automate a little bit more in there, and then
I
you
do,
don't
but then
have
I
the
always steal it out of that account.
money. Don't put
use it for other
You
stuff.
don't need to put it in an account. You need to put it into
Under my mattress?
No, it needs to be automated payment into the house.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I could figure that out. So, Carrie, will you be funding the next Trash to Cash bash with your riches from your card?
This is
Oh,
where
no,
it's all
I'm-
going to go.
No,
Listen,
are you trying to say we're doing another Trash to Cash?
I
bash?
want to. That's why I called
I
Kevin
knew
last night.
I knew you'd get the itch at some point. That's when we knew we were
I'm
going to do
getting
it.
the
When
itch.
Dave starts to talk about it.
I'm getting multiple itches. 3 of them are from STIs, but this fourth one, is for a Trash to Cash Orlando.
Now that I'm on the
bash,
East
Carrie.
Coast, I'll be in Florida. It'll be so
You're
much
not
easier
here
to
yet.
do.
Terry, he
Yes.
feels disconnected from the community. He wants to feel
It's
that
weird, yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how he
Listen,
disconnected from
we
the
could
community?
just do a
and he
Cooking with
doesn't feel
Dave
connected
meetup if
anymore?
Kevin doesn't want to
Yeah.
be there. We'll just do a Cooking with Dave meetup.
Yeah, I think that's great. Don't spend the Trash to Cash money on it.
Bring your own cottage cheese.
It's like
It's
only
just nothing
cottage
but
cheese.
cottage cheese.
It's so depressing that it's all cottage cheese
That is
recipes that
such
work.
a.
I'm
It
so
is like
sad about
exciting
it.
because your channel is exploding, but it is. You're
Yeah.
right. Like such a
It's like-
very specifically odd thing. Like, it's not even keto. You can't even be. It's just like
yeah, it's just cottage
cottage.
cheese.
Like, have you tried other keto recipes and they just
Yeah, they
hit
don't
like
do
that?
good. They don't do good. Only
Put
cottage
cottage
cheese
cheese
based
on a
keto.
regular recipe.
This
You
is
see if
this
they
can't
notice.
have legs. I mean, there can't be that many of these. But you're gonna have to come up with
He's
something.
gonna
else.
find out.
I-
He's gonna.
I know. My lives will be me rubbing cottage cheese all over my body. Live with Dave, cottage cheese love hour.
You should do merch though, like cottage cheese daddy and stuff like that. You should
Yeah,
merch it
yeah.
up a little bit.
I've got the shirts, or I've got the stickers. Cooking with Dave.
Are you at 50K
okay, so-
yet? You were at like 45 last time I checked.
No, I don't think I'm at 47. 47.
dude, you're going up fast.
I was when this whole explosion started, I was like, oh, I'm almost at 24. It's crazy. It's like
That's
doubled
wild,
since then.
Do you feel like are you like
13,000
drunk with are you drunk with
13,000
power right now?
A little bit. 13,800 in the last 28 days, Carrie.
Dude,
Subscribers.
that's insane.
if I could just do that every month, I'll finally get my stupid play button.
Dude,
so
at
Kevin's
that,
not the
do you
only
feel
one who
like
has
you
one.
could just like look at cottage cheese at the store and just with your hand have it like gravitate towards you at this point? Like you have that
Maybe.
much power.
You could just set up a little stand and like $5. I'll autograph this.
I did cottage
You
cheese.
should just start
Here's what
selling
I'll
cottage
say.
cheese, dude.
My merch is cottage cheese. Here's what I'll say. I did a cottage cheese keto donut. It actually came out really good. Probably the best thing I've cooked so far. And it's blowing up right now. It's insane because it's cottage. The last video I did was a keto slushy, total flop. Carrie, total flop. You saw it.
I noticed it was like,
and I've got a really delicious recipe
because your
coming
videos
out.
do so well. Like a normal level video feels like a slap to the face.
But I've got a recipe coming out Thursday that's like super delicious. It was these avocado fries wrapped in bacon, and they're awesome. But I don't think anyone's gonna watch it.
Yeah,
there's no cottage cheese.
Dude,
I should have just put cottage cheese in the
need to do
background.
those just in case, like one of those, because once maybe if some of those start going, then you can get yourself out of.
You're losing. Yeah, you're losing perspective here. You got to keep going with these other things because even if it's not 100,000 views or whatever, it's still good and it's still going to get evergreen views. Kevin's stuck in his own
thing. Like he has to be like vaguely upset in a thumbnail, and he's got to like say words, just one word.
Speaking of,
and he can't do anything creative.
Did you see? Well, I don't want to take Dave's glory away here. I won't
take it. Take my glory, big guy.
I've had my Flipper channel's been weird as all get out. It's like my views are like down and then like ridiculously good and then down.
You want us to look at it or can you just tell us? I'd prefer it if you.
No,
just
I'm trying
me.
to find this video. I can't find it.
I'll look
believe
at
you.
No, don't
Whatever
look
you
at
say
it.
it
Don't
is.
look. I'll find it. I can't remember. I had a video that performed well. Oh, here it is. It's the
I'm gonna
Goodwill
type
one.
Richest Flipper.
Resellers are flipping the script on Goodwill. Flipper video outperformed my picker videos like crazy.
Listen, Paige, official request. I would like you to do a tier list of riches based on reselling YouTubers. That's your video idea of the week. So you got like S tier wealth, and that'd be Kevin and Rockstar probably.
No, what?
You know, and then
Rockstar
you've got
would
B
be number
tier.
one. Dude, he lives in a gated community with a lake.
But
and
not
he also
based
has
on their
I8.
reselling. Not based on their reselling. That's irrelevant.
It's based on his
Just on
angry
their
driving
content.
YouTube channel.
Oh, my reselling is average at best. It always has been.
That's going to be Paige's next video. Thank you, Paige. I look forward to watching it. And now it will happen. Well, if he doesn't do it,
that
if he
means
doesn't do
Dave's
it, Ray will
gotta
do
be
it.
up here because of the cooking. It's not.
No, cooking doesn't count. I said reselling based.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Cooking doesn't count.
Then maybe. Well, I better not say that.
I feel like my tier is going to be the bottom tier, the carry tier. Just like
that's
how
fine.
are
Yeah,
they,
you could just
how
call
are they
it
surviving.
Yeah. Instead of calling it F tier, call it carry tier. Actually, you know what? Don't even include us. Okay, I want to be the middle one.
I'm all for that.
Carrie is F tier and Kevin is S tier. So it's just called Kevin tier. Oh, we're really making some great. Hey, okay, so Anti-Zero said, did Dave win the war? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Anti-Zero. So give us an explanation next time.
Hey, I saw a movie this week.
Okay, that's cool.
I saw.
Look, he's got a real human topic. Let's listen.
It ends with us.
This is weird.
It ends with us.
That's a chick flick. Is it good?
Yeah, I was. That was not my choice, but I didn't get a choice.
Is there a lot of crying?
I didn't cry.
Did you? Well, so is it a drama?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's It's. I mean,
you were literally the world's worst movie reviewer.
What
Kevin.
Do you want me to say?
Give us anything.
Have to like prod out any kind of
wonderful night with my wife and our friends. It was a wonderful night.
So she's just talking about who he was with, but not the movie. You were with people.
Kevin's like,
I figured it out.
Popcorn
like
was delicious.
10 minutes in, I got it figured out. So
is it a mystery then? Are you telling us it's a mystery?
No, it's no. I don't know. I don't know what I'd characterize it as.
Is it a love story?
He was
rom-com
so
or
high,
anything.
guys.
There
was the
abuse and crying and laughing and
abuse. Abuse of dogs?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No. All right.
Well, okay. If anyone can tell us what this
Tina
movie's
would
about,
like
Kevin has failed.
Me and Dave both saw one of Josh Hartnett's, I wouldn't say best or worst, but a movie.
That movie's so bad.
Trap. I loved everything about it because the whole premise. Imagine Kevin taking his daughter to a concert. That's basically the premise of Trap. Okay, except they're going to catch Kevin, and he's stuck and he's trapped in there, and he doesn't know how to get out. He's got to push people down the stairs, and eventually he gets caught because he's a serial killer and stuff he's been doing. and they still let him get it's a great movie. It's basically like Air Bud, like the second one, the sequel, but with Josh Hartnett as the Air Bud character.
Okay, so Kevin, I think you're the one who's going to know this, but who is the president, or not the president, who is the famous person on the $1,000 bill?
I have no idea.
Give me a clue.
Wait a minute. $1,000.
I feel like
bill.
you should be able to get this without Googling it.
Kevin,
Frank,
you have
know what
some
I'm talking
sitting
about.
right
That's the
there.
dumbest thing ever.
Right in front of you, Kevin.
Yeah, they're literally
What?
filling your shed. You
They're
have
in your
tons of
bathroom.
them.
You're using them as
You don't even
toilet.
deal in anything of a smaller denomination
$1,000
than a
bill.
$1,000 bill.
Is it a one? No,
is it
I don't know.
Carnegie? I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna
I
put.
don't know.
Okay, the answer was Grover Cleveland.
I would have had
Oh.
that. I would have never got that in a million
Yep.
years.
Yep, he was the
I got a
22nd
game
and
used Grover
24th
Cleveland
president.
card, by the way.
Dude, yeah, I saw that. I think you showed me that. Anyways, all that to say, Death Valley Fine said, how deep is the deep end of Commonwealth Picker's money-filled pool, and is it filled to 20s or 100s? I thought I was going to say he's like, he doesn't see anything other than Grover in his pool. Grover Cleveland.
Grover.
That is.
That might be more
That's
like
a
a
weird
Sesame
name.
Street reference.
That's it, yeah. just like little Grover actors, the actors on New York City and in Vegas.
Kevin has
dressed up
so
as
much
Grover.
money, he just hires Grovers to lower him into the pool.
I just want people to realize Carrie's got a $10,500 card out there for auction, and I still
Yeah, but
can't
Kevin,
escape
after
this
fees
nonsense.
and taxes, he's walking away with $3,000.
I actually owe
No,
money at the end
after
of this.
No, he's getting up after fees. He's going to get more than he got for it.
I'm
What are you talking about?
105% actually. So they're giving me something.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I really am
Yeah.
getting 105%. They're giving me
Yeah.
part of their premium, buyer premium. They get a 20% buyer
there
premium.
we
I
go.
get 5%.
That's pretty dang good, man. Think about that
It
for a
is.
second.
So
Yeah,
I like flipping
I thought
lots.
about
That is
it.
very good.
Pretty
That is very
excited.
good. 105 is good. Okay, so Carrie gets more
technically
than
it's
his
like
advertised.
11,000.
I still until it's in my bank
Something.
account though. I'm not like 100%.
50.
Like I always.
How
I
long
always
do they
worry
say
about
it's going to take? Is it like a 30-day transfer?
I don't know.
Is
Like
it-
I had to go on Google and like Reddit.
Can I
They
give
said,
some
like, 8
advice to
15
Golden?
days.
Just don't pay Carrie. He won't come after you.
Dude, I've had to come after so many people for months. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But do you ever
hate
get
it.
it?
I do, and I always feel like I've ruined everything because I had to push it. But
I'm going to ask ChatGPT, Carrie. ChatGPT says Golden Auctions will pay you out in 30 days after the auction ends. This timeline can vary depending on how quickly the buyer pays for the item. Once payment is received, your balance will reflect the funds within 3 business days.
So here's
If
the
you're
thing:
withdrawing
like you
the
get
balance, it can take a few
approved.
days.
You get approved to bid a certain amount on Golden. Golden gave me a limit of $10,000. I don't know what that's based on because I don't have that much. But apparently, I could.
Your credit
I could
limit.
bid. My credit limit.
How would
is
I
10,
find
so-
your card? What do I
You
type
Go to
in
Golden
Auctions?
Auctions. Yeah.
But what,
And
what's the
and
name of
then
the
the elite-
character?
It's
character?
Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Clark? Clark
Just
Kent?
type in Clark under the elite auction, and it'll be like the first one up. I think
What's the elite auction? I don't see that option.
that's their
Caitlin?
3-week.
How do you spell
monthly
Caitlin?
Big auction.
CAITLYN.
Oh,
Last time I checked, it was at-
$10,500. Is it a panini?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a funny word, panini.
It's
I like
Italian.
paninis. Okay, I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
it is actually an
ChatGPT what your
Italian
card's
company,
going
I
to
think.
end at. What will the final bid be for this based on historical stuffs?
Well,
I'm
it's a
asking
one of one, so
ChatGPT.
there's
There's
no
no
there's no real
historical stuff.
president.
One of ones, it'll do the math.
No, it won't. It'll be wrong.
Okay, here we go. Based on the value of similar cards and recent trends, the final bid for this 2024 Panini National Golden Vinyl Caitlin Clark rookie card could vary widely. A one-of-one
It's
Caitlin
a
Clark
politician.
A one-of-one Caitlin Clark recently sold for $25,000, setting a WNBA record. Did you know about that card? You didn't know about that card.
No, I didn't.
With Clark's rising popularity and the rarity of the card, it is likely the auction could close in on the $20,000 plus mark. So
Wow.
that'd be cool.
Then Bobas are on me for one trip. One
Boba
free
boys!
trip.
I got
Can-
stuck going to Boba. How did I get out of that? Y'all went like,
You
oh,
just
we're
sat in the
going to
car,
Boba.
didn't you?
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't go.
You
in,
didn't?
That's right.
Yeah, why did you get a boba? I forgot.
I just got a Mountain Dew at the flea market, and Dave's like, I got to get a boba. I'm like, how much is a
You
boba?
know-
And he's like, you don't want to pay for it.
Okay, hold
Bobas
on
are
though. That
magical.
Caitlin Clark that sold, Carrie, was autographed. The one that sold for $25K.
I mean, that
So-
matters a little bit, but maybe not. It's interesting. I mean, here's the thing. There was a 1-of-1 from the same product that was in her WNBA jersey, ungraded, that went for like 7,700. But
Okay.
it wasn't graded, and I don't feel like there's so much nuance to it. It didn't look as good.
And it didn't sell in golden either.
It didn't sell at gold.
This
It
was
wasn't
this was
arbitraged in the
a,
right arbitrage place. So there's a lot of nuance to it, honestly.
This was sold through a Dutch auction on Panini's website for $24,921. So
Do you know what a
it was
Dutch
sold on
auction
Panini's
is,
website.
Dave?
A Dutch guy bought it. Only
Yeah,
Dutch
it's a
people.
They
could
set the
sell it.
descending
price.
auction.
Yeah.
And then
What is that
when
How do you
bid-
do that on a 1-of-1 though?
They probably start at maybe like at 30, 40, and then they keep going down until somebody says they want it. I guess they do that for a lot of the box products that are hot.
That's
they
the
have
way
a new Prism
V-Friends-
product.
That's how
That's how
V-Friends
V-Friends
was
did
done.
it. And then they have like I don't know if V-Friends like actually gave you the lowest price, or you had to pay the price that you clicked.
No,
on.
you had to pay the price you got it on.
All right, I'm revising
there's
my
some
guess
people
to
who get the same
25 grand.
But there were
But they're
multiple.
taking the risk.
Yeah.
Carrie, here's a question. Is a 2024 Panini Instant WNBA number 10 Blue Viper a better card than what you're selling?
No.
It's about the
No,
same.
well, you said, is it 1-of-1, the Blue Viper?
It's a 1-of-1, yeah. A 1-of-1 Blue Viper.
I would say no,
auto.
probably not.
With
but
auto.
I mean,
with auto.
I mean, it's debatable. That's the whole thing. If they graded
so
it
you're
and,
gonna- you
sent,
can
and got a
get-
10, but
it
it
was
is
not
debatable
graded.
because, not graded,
wasn't
no,
graded.
because it's going to, the fact is, like, if that card had come back a 9 or an 8, it would be a vastly different card than what I have right now. The fact that it came back in perfect condition and it's a 1-of-1, made it a little bit more special. And the fact that she's
Carrie's
playing so well
gonna
right now is
get
helping me too.
25
That's huge.
If it's sold 3 months from now, like Victor Wembanyama, if I had a 1-of-1, you don't know who he is, but he's a basketball player. If I had him in October when he was just starting to play, that would go for a lot more than in the middle of the off season right now. So it's all about timing. It's in the middle of the WNBA season.
As a professional card guy, I have decided this should end at 25 grand.
You're
No
a Blake
influence.
Bortles. You're a Blake
from anyone
Bortles
else.
super collector. You own a Blake Bortles autograph.
Dude, can you send me my
own-
Bortles?
Yeah, I need to send you. They're just sitting here.
Somebody sent me something the other day. They had like over 100 Blake Bortles cards, and they wanted to send it to
Send
me
my
to
way,
send
guys.
to Dave or
I
something.
want a
Like,
huge Bortles collection.
Well, they want you to
Send it
pay
my
for
Rod,
them,
and
though,
he'll
Dave.
give
They
it to
don't
me.
want free.
No,
People
free.
aren't giving
Free
Bortles
is the
away.
only price I'll pay. Actually, you pay me. Okay, listen, we got to get through
golden
some of these
dust.
questions. Flipping Lost Treasure said, Dave, did you tell your wife to film the train incident, or did she have that brilliant idea? We've already covered that. She just thought, she was like, don't be
my favorite
suspicious."
part was the
She
very
knew
end
there
where
was a-
Tina put her face.
She
in
knew
the
there was a
thing,
poo
Yeah.
going to go wrong.
It's like I
Yep.
did not know I was getting into this 20 years ago or
H-
whatever.
I love the look of
Superhero
Dave's
headquarters.
coming back,
Oh,
though. The
yeah.
shame, the
It was
disgust.
shame. It was shame. It was like, I think Biggs put it best. Like he could see I was clenching the cheeks so aromas wouldn't whiff out. Like it was, yeah. Anyways. Okay, so superhero headquarters. If each of you could go to any sports ball game, which one would it be, and what teams would be there? Okay, for me, it would be the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Jacksonville Icemen in a game
Yeah.
of bocce. What about you, Carrie?
I want to this if we get there in time. I want to go to an actual Jacksonville Jacks game with you. They
Yeah.
play in November and December, and they're cheap. But
Why wouldn't
I
we
would
get
love
here
to
in
go
time?
see. Well, I mean, I'll be there in time, so we should be able to do it.
So
I'd
we'll
love to
just
go
do it. We
see
should
like
look
a
at the
World Cup
tickets now.
soccer game.
Cheaper.
That would be pretty dope. We can do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I want to go to the Quidditch game between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
I would say the
love
Masters
it, dude.
if I'm allowed to say the Masters. If I'm not, I'd say an Angels World Series.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
not allowed to
so-
say either. So please choose a third.
Okay.
I went to the perfect game already, and I know you're not going to say it's sports ball. It was esports, and it was Cloud9 winning the major in Counter-Strike in Boston. And I went there, and they got first place, and that was pretty incredible. As an esports fan, Not everyone's gonna
There's a lot of
associate with
courage
that.
in saying that out loud, and I'm glad you did it.
Brian Sampor Beals mad at Carrie. A while back, Carrie did a Whatnot auction in which he agreed to wear an item of clothing on a Trash to Cash episode if I won the auction, as long as he could fit into it. Then I bid and won on the item for just that purpose. Do you know which item he's talking about? Which clothing
Is it a
item you
shirt? I'm
agreed to?
assuming.
I don't know.
Brian, send me
doesn't say.
details because I mean I vaguely remember that.
He said, however, even though I sent a reminder message immediately after,
Where did he send
still
it?
got sent the item. Can I chalk that up to absent-mindedness, I guess? And I'm sure he'll just throw Dawn under the bus and say that she does all the packing and it's her fault. My question is, if I send Carrie the item, would you honor your word, or do you not care because your word is not your bond? And then he said, quote, "Hey, I got the sale, didn't I?" Shrugs. So you just did it to screw over Brian Samporville. Is that true?
I think he gets it. So you can send it back to me, but I will ship it back to you.
And you'll charge him again for it.
No, if you send it to me and write a note explaining what I need to do.
What if it's a banana hammock?
And it has to fit. You said
it has to fit, which is a very like, what does fit mean? Like, be on my body or fit comfortably where I'm comfortable?
Just wear it around your head.
Be on your body.
Yeah, what is it? Is the other question.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
It was a shirt. What was it? I mean, I vaguely remember something. Dude, I don't remember stuff very well. If you guys didn't know that.
That's fine.
And also, just for the record, Dawn shipped it, and it's her fault. But that's not throwing her under the bus. That's blaming her.
Philly Picker, did any of you guys have childhood nicknames? Childhood nicknames, and how did you get them? Dave. Dave was my nickname. My name was David.
Dave, you didn't have a real nickname?
No. Well, they called me Bread Nuts and stuff like that, like in hate in high school sometimes. And
well, my name was Carrie, which rhymes with everything. So
Harry Carey.
Yeah, there's a lot of rhyming with my name. Yeah. But Care Bear. To the point where I moved to Utah, didn't tell people they called me Care Bear, and it took. I
called you Care Bear without any
provocation. Immediately, anybody who's our age is gonna see Carrie, and they're gonna start going, "Well, why don't you put your tummy out and start staring?" I'm like, "Come on, man."
I had one, but I'm a little embarrassed of it because a movie came out not long after that kind of changed the meaning of it.
Oh, the Karen thing?
No, it was GIMP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it was. I don't know why, but I had two fairly big injuries when I was playing ball, and I was constantly limping around, and I had an arm issue, and somebody called me that, and everybody called me that. But then Pulp Fiction came out, and they did the Bring Out the GIMP thing.
Oh yeah!
Like, oh my god!
You remind me of that character. That's the weird thing too.
Has anyone ever went into YouTube Studio and changed the category their videos are in? If so, did you notice any changes, new subs, more views? Yes, I did. I used to be entertainment for a little while, and I changed it to how to. I noticed no difference whatsoever.
Clearly weren't entertainment.
I wasn't entertaining people, so I decided to do how to. But no, I noticed no difference in anything.
One of my channel, one of them is entertainment, one of them is how to, and I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Both of mine are in health and beauty, and they've been doing great.
Quirky Picker Chad said 3 favorite movies of all time. We're not going to do that one this time, Quirky Picker. I like it, but it's going to take too long.
Lonesome Dove.
All right, there you go. You got Kevin. They all suck.
That was the worst list I've ever. Lonesome Dove? What?
Well, I mean, there's like childhood ones like Goonies that they're separate to me. As like adult favorites versus childhood favorites. And it's like, I loved Goonies and Ghostbusters, but it's like, by the way, Cool Hand Luke is one of the greatest movies of all time, period.
Never seen it.
Yeah, we're not 700 years old, Kevin. You know what's a really good movie? And I don't know if you'd like it because it's a little bit,
The Matrix was
downer.
My favorite for years.
Which one, The Patriot?
The Matrix.
Oh, The Matrix. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
Yeah, love.
There's a new version, and it was in German, and it was All Quiet on the Western Front, based on the book. They redid it, and it's amazing. It's so.
How about
sad,
like a guilty pleasure? How about one that you shouldn't like that's stupid that you do like?
Every single time War of the Worlds with Thomas Cruise comes on, no joke, I will watch it every single time it's on. I love War of the Worlds. I love Aliens. I love disaster movies. And I love everything about it. Like, that whole movie is like the perfect disaster alien movie. So that's my guilty pleasure every time. And Mighty Ducks, of course. Everybody knows that. So.
Yeah. I can't believe Dave doesn't want to talk about a movie thing.
Dave doesn't want to. Dave's big time, and he won't tell us the movies he loves. It's blank check.
The Matrix.
Cook Daddy.
Matrix. All movies.
Where he's talking cooking with Guy Fieri. Came over.
I am terrified to see how bad my audio is this episode. Kevin's been hearing me, but Carrie hasn't been hearing me. So I'm hoping that
I just didn't want to interrupt Kevin.
Thing. No, throughout the whole thing.
I sold a
Throughout the whole
Captain
thing, you've been lagging.
Crunch plush doll, y'all. You ever
But
sold
hopefully
one
it's
of
okay. A Captain Crunch plush. Okay,
sold a
let's
Funko.
Kevin's off the rails here. Well,
Kevin-
let's just get your worst sale and close it out.
Ooh, worst.
Kevin needs
All right.
to re-up on the Cialis and call it a night.
Yeah, Carrie, I did see your doppelganger today. It was like Carrie at 75 years old. Like he looked
like-
exactly like you, but like, you know, kind of bald and gray. He's bald and gray,
like you
but
would
he was
assume I
literally
will
Carrie,
look
but
like?
bald and gray. I think you will look like that when you're 80, and I think we'll be going to the movies together, and I'll be cool with it, bro. I'll be cool.
We'll be watching whatever Vin Diesel and Fast and the Furious guys are shelling out at that
Fast
point.
27. Fast 27. I sold a Starbucks cup 2011 Kenya collection with an elephant on it for $11 plus ship.
Okay.
$19.
Miss Fritter, Cars, Crazy 8
Miss
Crashers, for $9.95 plus shipping.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome, by the way.
I couldn't resist. I've sold that before, and I know it goes for like $10-12, and it was 50 cents, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy it, and bought it and sold quick.
Oh, I see a spider.
We sold
oh my land.
this
I
is
had
like
a
a
bat in my house yesterday. A bat was flying
there.
around in my house.
Have you never heard the bat
Yeah.
story, the Dave Bat story?
I don't know if I have or not. Probably ignored it.
Oh, well, okay. What'd you sell, Carrie? And then we'll talk about bats for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I love talking about bats. So that's not going to trigger me. Just kidding. I sold this for $5, and it looks like it should be worth more, but we sold it half
it's a
off
picture
because
of
of the
Carrie's
sale.
butt for the listeners.
Yeah, this
It's
is
just a picture of
yeah,
his
just
butt.
this is a Superman multiverse figure, but we got it
That's
at
cool.
I think at a yard sale, paid $5 and had it for like 6 months and sold it for $5. So that's a Dave level flip.
I do it.
We stored
No,
it for
so-
6 months for free.
When Tina was
Took a
Annabelle
loss.
was still a baby. 2008, we had our maybe 2009. I know 2010 because Annabelle was a baby and Elijah was like 2. So we were in our house and we're sitting there watching TV one day, and Tina's like, "What's that on the wall?" It was just like a black thing up
It's
against
just a
the
giant
wall.
moth. That's all.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's weird. And then she's like, I think it's moving. I'm like, nah, it's not. She has a really good habit of like pointing out things that are like awry in life that cost me money or problems. Like, hey, my car is making this weird thing, and then all of a sudden I spend $800 on her car. So
It
I
still
was like,
makes
I
the
don't
weird
know.
thing.
And I end up like, I can't remember the exact thing. I wish I had filmed it, but I pushed on the bat with like a Tupperware or something because I didn't know what it was, and then it flies towards me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's a bat. And I go and I say, duck and cover, duck and cover. She's sitting in the back. It was a pretty small house. She's on the bed breastfeeding.
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
And I make this bat mad, and it starts flying. I go under the carpet. I just leave her to
Protect
die
your
by
flame
bat.
family.
I'm like, duck and cover. And I go underneath the carpet, and I'm like, is it gone? And she's like, no, you have to make it go away.
Yeah.
And she's like screaming and trying to put the blanket over her head. It was pretty
We
fun.
had our friends' kids. We were watching them
She never lets
yesterday.
me live it down, by the way.
Well, listen,
I'm a
mine wasn't quite
terrible
that
man.
bad, but it was
Going
close
under the rug was a
because-
smart play, though.
See, bro, you stay near me in an
It
emergency.
was actually pretty. Yeah.
Self-preservation, baby.
Well, somebody comes in and says, I don't know, Turner's like, there's a bat in here on the floor. And I'm like, the cat's dragged in a baby bat because they did that a few months back, right? And I go over there, and we had 2 kids we were watching. Well, one of them was in my bedroom. My wife was like singing to her and trying to get her down and whatever. And the other kid ran over to see it, and the thing just jumps up and it flies right at me. Like it flew right past
That's what
my
they
face.
do. They fly right at
flew
your
right
face.
past my face again.
Yep.
And then it turned around and was coming back again, and I had a pillow at that point. I hit it with a pillow, and I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. It flew around in the living room, and so
How'd you get it out?
the door was, well, just a minute, let me finish my story. The door was open, or Turner went into my wife's bedroom with the little, and opened the door. So I'm like, I don't want that bat going in there because my wife would freak out. So I ran into the bedroom and shut the door, and she's like, what, are you not going to take care of the dumb thing? I'm like, all right. So I closed the door and get back out, and it's flying around all over, and I hit it again, and it finally went down on the ground, and then we threw it. Well, my wife threw a towel over it, and then I grabbed
She
it and
saved
took it
the
out.
day. I did end up saving the day. I finally got the guts to catch the bat.
What are
This
you going to
happened
do?
multiple
You don't have
times.
a choice.
It happened multiple times.
You can't
the
have
first
her
one
do it.
was the worst. Yeah, but no, I ended up using not a Tupperware, but one of those clear plastic things that looks like a Tupperware to trap it against the wall, then the lid, and But really, Carrie, the part that would give you just total anxiety, we're already breaking his brain. I can see him spiraling.
I'm just thinking of like how many months of anxiety.
This was not
6
in
months
Florida.
until I was sure I didn't have rabies, because I would go get rabies shots.
Me and my
immediately.
dad, this keeps happening. And so me and my dad are like, we got to figure it out because they keep coming through the chimney. And so we're thinking, oh, direct line through the chimney. Well, it turns out there was a hole somehow or something like that led into the attic.
Yeah, they come back.
So we go up into the attic,
year.
shine the light. Hundreds of bats are living in my attic. Hundreds, Carrie. Their little eyes are just beating out. We're shining the light, and they're just like glowing in the light, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I would just, I would chloroform myself and pass out.
And so they get it, and they seal it off, and then they do a one-way trap because they will come back.
No, listen, I didn't pay anyone. Me and my dad took care of it.
Really? What'd you do?
Great at dusk, they all fly out. That's when they fly out.
And you
sealed then we climbed up a ladder, and we sealed where they flew out.
There you go.
And they didn't come back. And, you know, a few months later, we smelled some death. We went out there and found 2 or 3 bodies.
That didn't look.
But not human bodies, Karen. Dead bats.
So it wasn't a Dracula kind of situation.
Yeah. No, that's
that would be like, but if it happened at 08, 07, I would have been able to handle it. But 40-year-old Carrie can't handle much of anything. So
yeah, it was 2010. So it was 14 years ago. I just want you to know, and just really seep this into your brain. It was 14 years ago, so when you come down here, I'm not infected with any bad diseases. Calm down.
Yeah, no, until you start morbing up the place and you start going full morb.
I'm glad we got out of this without setting a date for a new Trash to Cash meetup, so I'm going to sign off.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Mikey. Mikester. Mikerino, dude. You've got to choose, man. You've got to choose us or them. Look, I get it. I really don't. Honestly, I really don't. We got Don. We got Dave, me, Kevin. You know, we were in the Crossville area. You could have came and visited us, but I don't know what happened, man. I feel like we're growing distant, and I don't like it, man. Come back to us. Come back to us. You know, you got to choose. I mean, I'm just saying it. I'm saying it because we're all feeling it. You got to choose, man. Us or them. You can do it, by the way. You can do whatever it is. I just want to emphasize that because this is supposed to be motivational, and you should feel motivated to choose. Us or them.
Hello, sentient being. I am Garbatrage 4000. The Commonwealth has fallen. All that remains, cooking with Dave.
Poo train. Poo train. Poo train.
And paulsmerch.com. You must now trade in your NFTs for merchandise like this.
You enjoy.
And merchandise like this.
Ooh. Ah.
I told Paul he could do it so many times. He did. He did. He took over.
He took everything over. Paul's merch. Paul's merch.
Poo train.
Hello, Carrie here with Williams, Bradbury, and Brown, Morgan, and Morgan. All 5 names. I'm number 1. We here as lawyers, in a metaphoric sense, have been getting constant complaints about a BMW i8 Rogue just going up and down the street without any concern for anybody around. We get it. You have a BMW. We've also been getting complaints about Rogue golf balls hitting different people at the villages and likewise. Okay, enough is enough. We get it. You're starting a little golf channel. We get it. We understand where you're coming from. But there is litigation that could come from this. And we're here to do a little cease and desist, Mr. Tomato Man. A cease and desist. Desist, okay? You have to stop. You have to learn how to control the ball. You got to keep it on the fairway. You got to keep it in the little sandbox. Or you got to put it you got to put it where it's supposed to go, you know. So you got to do that, or else we're going to have to litigate. Metaphorically, of course, we have no legal degrees here at Williams, Bradbury, and Brown, and Morgan. Morgan and Morgan do, but they're not technically affiliated with us. But we thought that would give us a little bit of a push, you know, social media-wise. But anyway, if you would, because I know they've told you can do it, and you can do it. You certainly can. You certainly can. But just, you know, within reason. Hey, Don, I have a business thing I want to talk to you about, okay? Me and you, emphasis on you, we need to stop buying garbage and junk. Lushes, MCM, stuff with lead and mercury and uranium, all sorts of scary stuff that I'm not comfortable with. But stop buying that. Hear me out. Look what we could buy more of. I happen to have some next to me. Sports cards. First off, look how easy it is to ship one of these. These are, I don't know, 6 pounds. I don't do shipping anymore. 6 to 8 pounds roughly. We could put it in like a bubble mailer or a box. I don't know. I don't ship, thankfully. I'm done with shipping. I've retired from shipping. We can store so much. Look at that. Super organized. Not the top shelf. That's a little disorganized, but that's me. But look, super organized. We're doing great. So let's double down on sports cards. It's the future. Honestly, it's the future, and let's just stop selling stuff that's worth money or that's going to make us any money, eh? Also, Don, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Anything you put your mind to, you can do it. You can do it. Bags, collectibles, bags, collectibles. You're gonna sell everything you put in your store. You're gonna sell everything and a little bit more because me, I don't know the way you're supposed to say it, but I believe in you, Biggs Collectibles. I believe in you, Biggs Collectibles. I believe in you, Biggs Collectible, and that's all that matters except paying your bills and making sure everything's okay and that there's air in your tires, because apparently you can drive with little air in your tires, and then you're going to have to go get your tires replaced, and they're super mean about it. They're like, you should have known that you're supposed to replace your tires when the air goes down, but how am I supposed to know? I don't know anything about cars. Biggs Collectibles, you know you can do it. Biggs Collectibles, you know you can do it. Sing it with me, everybody. You know you can do it, everybody. Biggs Collectibles, you can do it. Is it Geride? Is the J silent? Is it ride? Is it just ride flips? Dude, we're both moving. Congratulations on your move, man. I am moving to sunny Florida, where there's beaches, palm trees. I think there's a lot of people using Segways still out in Florida. I don't think they've adapted to like post-2015, which is interesting to me. You're going to northern Utah, which I'm from. A couple things, couple hints thrifting when you're moving up to northern Utah. First off, don't be nervous. There's plenty of crock pot handles for you to flip for parts. There's lots of, I don't know, batteries for whiskers or ice cream machines. Whatever you're buying lately, there's plenty of that. There's a lot more competitions in the carts at the Deseret Industry, okay? You're going to get there on time. I know you. You're going to be on it. But here's my advice. Good luck. You can do this, dude. J-Ride. When the alarm sounds at 4 or 5 in the afternoon and your body is aching because of how much you've been pushing your reselling business, how much you've been trying to become the best version of yourself, when that moment strikes, that's when you have to just take that next level. You have to go, you know what? I'm only going to allow myself to press, you know, snooze 7 times. But on the 8th time, I'm just going to turn off the alarm completely. Jim Flippers. It's okay. We sleep in, all of us. I've been known to do it sometimes, and it's okay. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter if we sleep in. I don't even know if you do. It doesn't matter what we do. You're probably much more determined than me, and I respect that about you. But just go out there and do your best each day. And some days that's different. Some days it's, you know, like a here, and some days it's like a there, and some days it's like way up there, and some days it's to the right, to the left, you know, back, do the do-si-do and all that. So just do your best. You can do it, man. I don't know if I say this in any of my videos ever. But you can do it.